right now.
Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw. Where do I begin with this show? From a night ago. Where do I begin? Raw last night was one of the worst Raws, not only in the history of the show, but also one of the absolute worst Raws of 2020. Nothing positive on this show outside of the Hurt Business, the SmackDown promo for Friday, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Asuka, and R-Truth. That's it. The rest, no one gives two shits about. And that's Monday Night Raw's fault. And I'm here with Adam. Your thoughts on the show last night? Because I have absolutely no words to describe last night, because Raw last night pissed me the fuck off last night. Your take.
What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say on this fucking show? No, I already don't know. I don't believe the people who are booking this show on a weekly basis, every single fucking week, and they have nothing to complain about. I have zero respect to anybody who wants to come out and defend Monday Night Raw after what we saw last night.
If you defend this show from last night, now I have no respect for you, and it's just, if you praise this show, I want nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Because you're the root of the issue of why this show fucking sucks.
I have no words for this show. I could go on and on why this show sucked. Nothing was positive last night. Nothing was positive outside of three things: R-Truth, the Hurt Business, and the SmackDown promo package next Friday night. That's all.
Then Asuka, Orton, and McIntyre. Even McIntyre's with his WWE title reign Drew McIntyre's current WWE title reign has been very disappointing, and it's not even the guy's fault.
Randy Orton, number one. Randy Orton was not even on this show last night to sell his injuries, to sell the three claymores he was given.
And apparently now the WWE title match build now with Clash Champions this year. Apparently the build is 3 punts, 3 claymores. Who does it better? Ooh, yeah, that's going to get me excited for their WWE title match to see Orton and McIntyre Clash Champions. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
How is it difficult to book this show? I genuinely want
and the roster you have, I book a better show with Monday Night Raw. I can book a better show in Monday Night Raw in 2 minutes less.
Yeah. Legitimately. How is it difficult to book this show? Like, how does the people and the creative team and Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn and Ed Koski and Bruce Pritchard find it difficult to book this show the right way that it should be?
But according to them, it's beyond hard for them. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
And yet this show continues to get worse every single Monday night. And my God, I don't know, like how. And my God, I don't even know how. I don't know how that's even possible at this point. And you do realize Monday Night Football was on last night. I wonder how many people flocked to Monday Night Football last night.
Many people. I'm sure many people refused to watch Monday Night Raw, and they could wait for the return of Monday Night Football. And Vince McMahon just shows his desperation, as always, on a Monday night. He booked a Raw Women's Championship match that ended in confusion.
Yeah.
With no winner whatsoever. Right? According to me, of course.
Yeah.
They booked the Raw and the SmackDown Tag Team Champions on the same show at Raw, when should happening at Survivor Series, they book a big bloody match for WrestleMania and Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre on live TV, and they book Dominic Mysterio for Seth Rollins again. This time in a steel cage match. And you want to know why?
Desperation.
Because desperation for ratings. Desperation for Vince McMahon to get people to watch Monday Night Raw.
Instead of Monday Night Football, because according to Vince and Vince's own little bubble in the world, like Raw, WWE and Monday Night Raw is the only thing in existence. Fuck Monday Night Football. People are watching my show.
Well, I will laugh at Vince McMahon at this, but in fact, let's see the ratings for Monday Night Raw when they come out. Let's see the rating, and we'll see.
In fact, two things. Speaking of ratings, I hope Raw this week gets below 1.5. Plus, the SmackDown ratings went in just minutes ago. Want to tell them?
It was, they drew 2.329 million viewers. Their best viewership since April.
Yeah, you heard that right, folks. 2.329 million viewers. Raw, I pray they get below 1.5. I pray.
The SmackDown show was up from the overnight million viewership that they got, that they drew 2.261. It was up from the overnight that they got on Saturday.
I think overnight they got like a 2.2. What was it again? 2.2 what?
2.261 million viewers. And their rating went up from the overnight 2.3. Man, I guess Roman Reigns, Sasha Banks, and Bayley and Jey Uso could draw ratings on the A show on SmackDown. That it's on Fox.
Well, not the A show. Definitely not the A show. And it's still bad. But hey, at least they got something going on, unlike Monday Night Raw.
Well, yes, I know NXT is the A show of WWE, but SmackDown.
Though NXT's not the same, it's still much better than what we see on Monday nights, especially last night.
Yeah, but yeah, we all know NXT is the A show of WWE, even if it's not the old NXT. But hey, if you compare Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, and you say which show of Raw and SmackDown is the A show of the main roster, it is SmackDown.
Yeah. Now SmackDown is not a good show. It's still bad, but hey, at least there's some storylines and stuff we actually give a shit about. Who is there on Raw that you care about outside of the Hurt Business and Orton and McIntyre and Asuka and R-Truth?
Nobody. Ricochet, because I don't know who Ricochet is on the main roster. And Apollo Crews, Mustafa Ali, the Cringe Prophets, the War Raiders, and Mickey James, buried and dead in the water.
Yeah. Yep, and it's like, what was I about to say? And it's like, oh fuck. And then, like I said, with SmackDown, they have some storylines going on, like, it's like not good. SmackDown's still bad show. Don't get me wrong, but hey, it's like that. At least they got something. That's all we like. And you said it last night, Adam. It's like, give us something. That's all we ask.
Yeah, at least give us some storylines. Give us some character development. And the one thing that we want is must-see television on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. That's the last thing we want.
Yeah. Like I said, SmackDown's not a great show right now at all. It's not right now at all. But at least they got something going on for them. With Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, Bayley and Sasha, and Sammy, Jeff, and AJ. In fact, the SmackDown mid-card, I haven't been excited for a SmackDown mid-card since 2016. And now you got Sammy, Jeff, and AJ. I've been enjoying it lately.
Yeah. I hope they do a triple threat match between all of them in Clash of Champions.
And if they do, that will steal the show, hands down.
Yeah, if they're given the right time and if they're allowed to do what they need to do,
yeah,
they produce an awesome match at Clash of Champions. And maybe one of the best matches of the year for the main roster.
Yeah, and then you said Roman Reigns. Man, I guess Roman is a draw now. Now with him as a heel. Man, oh man, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Sasha, and Bayley, right?
Yeah, Sami Zayn, AJ Styles, and Jeff Hardy. They are now all draws on SmackDown.
How many draws are there on Monday Night Raw that's not Roman Reigns? Or better yet, I wonder who the bigger draw is. Drew McIntyre or Roman Reigns? I wonder.
Vince McMahon's golden child is the #1 draw in the company right now. Roman Reigns.
Not only that Samoan Roman Reigns, but the famous hair flip that he used to do before he turned heel.
Yeah.
Or his wreck everyone and leave or show up and win t-shirts.
Yeah. Or his new teeth.
Yes.
He has a new teeth.
Wonder what Kevin Dunn thought of his new teeth. Oh, Roman Reigns, his white teeth, man, you know, he got that white teeth because I have a really good client of mine, man. He does really good teeth jobs to make some good old nice white teeth, man. You know, he also respects the Beavers, man. He, on my birthday this year, for my birthday, he got me, for a gift, he gave me a really good, nice, big log of, wood. And he knows that logs of wood have a great seasonal time in the summer, man. He knew that, the summer logs were some of the best logs you could fucking eat, man. I'll tell you. Who? What? Rusev? Rusev and AEW? Who? Miro? Nah, fuck you, man. We don't need them over here. We got Lana, but we're burying Lana too, man, because your husband's now in AEW, man. Anyways.
There's 0 draws on Monday Night Raw. Well, you have about what? Hold on. 7 guys, 5 men and 2 women who are getting the ratings that SmackDown needs. Monday Night Raw, forget about it.
And that yet some people said, "Oh, Roman Reigns back on TV is a bad thing for television." Really?
Oh, really now?
Like, and some people say, "Oh, Roman sucks and is not a draw, and I don't want to see him on TV." Really? Do you really want Braun Strowman all over again with the Fiend, or do you want Roman Reigns back?
Or really now? Or maybe if you check out SmackDown's viewership. Maybe if you check out SmackDown's viewership and Monday Night Raw's viewership recently.
Or look at when Braun Strowman was Universal Champ, and now look at Roman as Universal Champ. Who's the better one now? Where's the better one now? And where are all the cretins that said Braun was a deserving Universal Champion? Where are those people now? And now look where Braun Strowman's now. Speaking of Braun Strowman, we're gonna talk about him in this review because he was on Raw Underground last night. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right. Wait a minute.
Shit. Yes, folks. Braun Strowman and Raw Underground. How low can you go?
That's for sure.
Yeah. And how low can you go from a Universal Champion to dancing in your underwear like an idiot to Raw Underground? Poor. Well, there's a poor network connection. Okay. So sorry about that, guys. Just bear with us. But anyways, yeah. Braun Strowman and Raw Underground. How low can you get? Though the guy sucks anyways, but we're going to talk about Raw tonight. But like I said, it's like 0 draws on this show from last night and 0 draws on Monday Night Raw. Retribution just unmasked them already. You do realize they were in a couple different segments last night. You do realize that. And honestly, Retribution group, seriously, just unmask them already and just get it over with. This has been going on since August 3rd. And I read rumors late last night that the members of Retribution are going to be masked. Well, they're not going to unmask the members of Retribution until after the rumored draft this October. So, folks, we have 4 more weeks. Yes, 4 more weeks. 1 more month of Retribution members being masked until we finally have them unmasked and revealed who they are. 1 more month of this shit. Spare me. Spare me. Spare Adam. Spare us all.
How did you do it?
Great. I was just talking about like no draws on this show on Raw and Retribution. And with Retribution, then can we just unmask Retribution already? And we have 1 more month of this shit with Retribution being masked too.
The bug. Christ, the bug.
4 more weeks.
And Dominic Dijakovic. Now we have a reason for Dominic Dijakovic to be on Monday Night Raw.
To feud with Keith Lee. And Keith Lee, why would you give him the WWE title and WWE title picture just yet? It's way too fucking soon. At least feud with Dijakovic right now. Now we have a reason to care.
Are you going to turn on the camera?
Yeah, the camera's right here. Right here. Anyways.
Well,
yeah, I'm right here. But anyways, it's like Dijakovic and Keith Lee, now they have a reason to care. Hopefully they do it.
Yeah.
But if you're not if I don't see that, what's even the point?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, but I can't see you right now. Oh, wait a minute. I can't see you on the phone. But are you showing me on your screen?
Yeah. Yep. That's why.
But I genuinely want to know, how could anybody look at Retribution and say they are a success? Legitimately.
Just unmask them. And most of all, just unmask them already. Just get it over with. We have 4 more weeks of this shit. You do realize this shit's been going on since what? August 3rd? July?
Yes, August 3rd. August 3rd.
2 months. 2 months of this shit.
2 months too long. 2 months.
Can we just unmask them already and just get it done and over with? And even they don't even know how many members they even want in this group to fucking begin with. I counted like 16, 20 members at the end of Raw with Retribution's table last night. 20 members. What's next? 30? 50?
What's next? 100? Listen, if Dominic Dijakovic does not get unmasked and he doesn't feud with Keith Lee on Monday Night Raw, then this is a complete failure. It is going to be one of the biggest failures of the decade already. And we're not even in 2029 yet.
Or 2021.
Yeah.
Or it's not even the end of 2020 yet.
Yeah, it's not even the end of the new decade of the 2020s, and we're already in the 2030s.
Legitimately. But Retribution, big fail. And it's like, I read even rumors late last night. I think, they didn't spoil, but someone said the official, or no, not someone said, but it's like the rumored reportedly members are Mojo Rawley, Shane Thorne, Mercedes Martinez, Mia Yim, Gio Madden, and Dominic Dijakovic being the leader. And I'm even hearing rumors of The Miz being in the Retribution group. You want me to care less about The Miz even more? That's what you do. You put him in Retribution. Go ahead. Go ahead. I dare you, in fact.
We dare them. And Raw Underground. Don't get me started on Raw Underground.
Braun Strowman. That's all he fucking does. And gimmick matches, destroying garbage in the ring, outside the ring, lifting trucks and vehicles. That's all he's good for.
And let me repeat. Braun Strowman. He goes from this was your Universal Champion for 4 months, ladies and gentlemen. This guy was your Universal Champion for 4 months, and he went on to dance in his black underwear, shirtless, and he's on Raw Underground.
Just let that sink in.
That's it. He goes from Universal Champion to being shortless and was he? He's shortless, and he's wearing his work underwear, dancing on top of a table, like a cup. And he's on
and he's also on Raw Underground being taken down by two men in that platform smaller than him, and Dolph Ziggler and Riddick Moss. How low can you? And Titus O'Neil, and taken down by Titus O'Neil in that ring too. How low can you get?
My God, I have never seen one guy fallen this far after winning a world title and losing a world title.
And the guy sucks anyways, but it's like, and this guy, Braun Strowman, is one of the top 3 worst world champions ever and in WWE history outside of the Great Khali and Jinder Mahal.
My God. And we all thought Jinder Mahal in 2017 was awful.
Jinder, my opinion, is the one worst.
Yeah, but legitimately, we all shit on Jinder Mahal for at his title run that killed SmackDown Live. Now Jinder Mahal, at least Jinder Mahal did not dance in his underwear. After he lost time, he wasn't dancing in his underwear. Yes, although he did shitty or shunty, all this other shit.
Or Jinder and the Singh brothers did this like Bollywood Indian dance where they have the two like legs click together and they just jump and dance that Indian dance or whatever.
Well, it's an Indian dance.
I forget what it's called.
I think it was called the Bollywood dance.
The Bollywood dance, yeah.
Yeah, but at least Mahal wasn't dancing in his underwear. At least he wasn't dancing in his fucking black underwear. Braun Strowman, forget about it. Braun Strowman might have topped Jinder Mahal for the worst world champion of the modern era.
Probably, but my opinion, and I don't know what your opinion is, Adam, but my opinion, you have top 3 worst world champions ever in WWE history, 3 Braun Strowman, 2 the Great Khali, and the 1 worst Jinder Mahal.
I might change my mind on this one. Number 1 is the Great Khali easily. I won't change my mind. 2 is Braun Strowman. Now number 2 is taken by Braun Strowman, and Jinder Mahal goes below to number 3. Just how bad Braun Strowman went. He goes from Universal Champion. He loses the Universal Championship at SummerSlam to The Fiend, only for The Fiend to lose it and pay back to Roman Reigns, with Braun Strowman getting pinned, and then Braun Strowman dances in his underwear, and he goes to Raw Underground, and he acts as if he was never the Universal Champion.
Awful.
Legitimately. Just look at this thing in the book. Now I said to you, where Braun Strowman was dancing, happy and cringeworthy, like a fucking crybaby. He acted as if he was never the Universal Champion. Makes you believe.
And this is what people are not thinking about either. How, like, when they gave Braun Strowman the Universal title for 4 months, how bad does it look now that they did all of that? And now look where Braun Strowman's at now.
Look at him. As if he was never. He's acting as if he was never the Universal Champion. Makes you believe that WWE did not even want Braun Strowman as the Universal Champion.
He was literally a plan E with him as Universal Champ at WrestleMania 36 and with Braun Strowman beating Goldberg. That was literally a plan E. Braun was never even supposed to be there. Ever.
It isn't a plan E, it's a plan F for failure.
Yeah. Or a plan G, a plan Z. As a last letter of the alphabet, a plan Z. Literally.
Awful. Makes you believe WWE never even wanted Braun Strowman to be the Universal Champion. Makes you believe that Braun Strowman was never the Universal Champion.
Exactly. Legitimately. But anyways, enough of us rambling. We're going to go over Raw last night. Shit show, but we're going to go over it.
Hold on, something wrong happened. Something is happening wrong. Hold on.
Okay. All right, so Guys, ignore the technical.
Happened with me on my internet.
Okay, so guys, technical difficulties. Like ignore the technical difficulties, but we are going to get started with the Monday Night Raw review from last night, September the 14th, 2020, with Raw last night. But before we get started with the Raw review from a night ago, I'm Nick Fiore. This is the Fiore's Nation YouTube channel right here on YouTube.com. And the platforms to follow me, like if you want to follow me on social media, I have Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Adam, he has Twitter, and he has Facebook, and you have an Instagram, right, Adam?
Yes.
All right, awesome, it's good. So his social media platforms to follow me on and Adam on. Follow me on Twitter at FioreNick579. Follow me on Instagram at NicholasFiore2 2014. Facebook I'm also on as well. You can add me as a friend on Facebook if you'd like. It's optional. You don't have to do it, but you can if you want. So option is always there if you want to do it. Adam, you can add him as a friend on Facebook if you like as well. Also, you can follow Adam on Instagram and on his Twitter. And that is that as far as social media platforms go. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Remember to hit that like button and the subscribe button. And remember to hit that bell for all notifications as far as the videos coming from this YouTube channel goes. So remember to hit that bell for all notifications. Monday Night Raw from last night. Shit show. And we start the show off last night with the in-ring promo segment with Drew McIntyre. McIntyre's music hits and he marches down to the ring. He has a mic and he cuts a promo. Drew McIntyre says that Randy Orton broke his jaw, but he's back after the 3 punt kicks that McIntyre received a few weeks ago. He says Orton intended to do more than that, but it's okay. But it's okay to beat Orton, but it's okay to beat Orton SummerSlam, then give him another title shot afterwards. Yeah, sure. I love you, Drew McIntyre, but come on, you got to do better than that.
Yeah. Do better than that, Mr. Mac. Do better.
That's like beating or defeating a venomous snake in life or death battle. Then it's like, yeah, I'll let him back in and give him another shot. Stupid.
Oh.
Like, why would you do that? Do you know how stupid you look when you do that? I love Drew McIntyre, but how dumb can you sound? By saying, yeah, I beat Orton clean at SummerSlam, but you know what? That's okay. I'll give him another shot anyways. Like, what? Makes no sense.
Makes no sense whatsoever.
Yep. Then Drew McIntyre says that Orton's lucky to still have his head attached to his shoulders at this point. McIntyre was told to take some time off, but if he did, he would have had to relinquish the WWE Championship. One wrong shot to the face could displace his jaw, and you'll have to get it wired shut. Then,
well, I guess they're making sense right now. I guess they're making some sense that Drew McIntyre will have to relinquish the WWE title because of the bunking, and he refused. Apparently.
Yeah, apparently. Then McIntyre said McIntyre would leave the Thunderdome in an ambulance every night if he had to. Then McIntyre challenged Orton to an ambulance match at Clash of Champions for the WWE Championship. Then McIntyre puts a pickup of all the people he's put in the hospital after Claymores. Adam Pearce then walks out and tells McIntyre that Orton may not be able to make it to the pay-per-view, If that happens and Keith Lee defeats McIntyre tonight, Lee will take Orton's place at Clash of Champions. Keith Lee then walks down the ramp and joins McIntyre in the ring. Lee and McIntyre then shake hands. Well, they have a stare confrontation and they shake hands. Then McIntyre tries to walk away, but Lee holds on to his hand. Then McIntyre says he gets it. Then Lee tries to walk away, but then McIntyre holds on to Keith Lee's hand. Then Keith Lee and McIntyre then stare each other down inside the ring. Your thoughts on an ambulance match?
Generally, do you even care? I don't care about ambulance match. I mean, I was generally, I'm glad we're getting an ambulance match for the first time since Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman at Great Balls of Fire back in 2017. But legitimately, does anyone care about Dolph Ziggler? Yeah, idiots. Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton, because we've seen it already, and Randy Orton lost clean.
At SummerSlam.
Yeah. Does anyone even care at this point? Nobody.
Not me.
Not me. Well, honestly, it should be a decent match again, but who cares?
We've seen it already. Raw. Rinse and repeat wrestling at its finest, folks. Remember that.
WWE title. Why R-Truth challenging for the WWE title? Why does he need to be like a Garrett Husdown every single week for 7 titles?
And the 24/7 title is worthless to begin with. Why is he stuck there? Why are we not getting Drew McIntyre and R-Truth at Clash of Champions for the WWE Championship? But we're getting Orton and McIntyre again.
Yeah, or getting R-Truth against Akira Tozawa and his Karate Kid ninjas every single week.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But that was your segment to start off the show. Nothing special. Nothing special at all. Typical with the show. Good opening formulaic garbage you got there, Vince McMahon.
But anyways, Michael Cole was once again on commentary. Like Tom Phillips once again was not on this show. Tom Phillips.
Hope he doesn't have COVID. If he does, hope he's okay. But Michael Cole, my God.
And speaking of idiots, the idiot known as Dolph Ziggler stole us with an appearance on the commentary team.
Though, I'd rather him on commentary than in the ring, wrestling.
Well, Samoa Joe, did you hear a report that from WrestleFolks that said that a certain WWE superstar will not extend to his WWE contract when it expires?
Yeah, I did. I don't know if it's Samoa Joe or anyone. I don't know.
I don't know if it's Samoa Joe. Maybe it's Samoa Joe. Because he did not appear on this show tonight, so could it be Samoa Joe?
We don't know. We don't know if it's Samoa Joe. We don't know if it's anyone else. We don't know. Could be anyone. It could be anyone at this point.
I mean, if it's Samoa Joe, someone better grab his phone and throw whatever money Samoa Joe into AEW.
Yeah, or it could be Joe, or it could be
Ricochet.
Could be a Ricochet. Could be a female.
Could be Mustafa Ali, because he's been ranting on Twitter that he's on main event every single week and not being featured on Monday Night Raw. It could be Mustafa Ali.
It could be, or it could be him.
Could be Cesaro. It could be Nakamura. Or it could be, who? Could be the War Raiders, to all we fucking know. Could be anybody on the main roster. Could be Naomi. Or
Yeah.
Ember Moon when she's medically cleared. Could be Ember Moon when she's medically cleared and she doesn't want to resign with the show.
Yeah, like I said, could be male, female. Honestly, and WrestleBook's never mentioned the name because I agree with him. Would not be a good business move to reveal the name, but at this point, it could be anyone. You don't know who it's going to be. You never know.
Yeah. We'll never know. Maybe it's Samoa Joe because now he didn't appear on the show. So maybe it's him who's not going to resign and they're trying to get a way to take him off of television.
I don't know. Or maybe Joe wants to wrestle, but they're not letting him. because they think he's probably too injury prone, which is bullshit.
Well, he suffered knee injuries and concussions in his career in WWE. So they don't want him to suffer any more injuries. To the point where he needs to retire.
It could be anyone, but anyways.
It could be anybody who's underutilized in WWE who's had enough of the booking they're receiving on the main roster. It could be Ricochet. He's fallen so much since being called up from NXT. Maybe he is unhappy with this job and he doesn't want to resign. It could be Mustafa Ali. It could be Cesaro, Nakamura, Naomi, Ember Moon. All we fucking know. It could be the War Raiders. It could be Henson and Rowe, who don't want to resign as two guys, other than one guy.
We just never know who it's gonna be. But anyways, moving on.
We'll have to find out.
Yes.
We'll have to find out.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Moving on though. We got the Street Profits versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. Champions versus champions, brand to brand invitational.
Christ up.
Just a second.
Where's the one?
Cesaro Nakamura lose clean in this thing. And I ask why. They lose, yeah. I did not stutter. Let me repeat that for you guys watching this thing right now. Or if you're new to this channel. The Street Profits last night on Monday Night Raw defeated Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro clean. Your SmackDown Tag Team Champions losing clean on Monday Night Raw. Now, this match was not bad at all, but you have Cesaro Nakamura eat the pin clean.
Awful. Now Nakamura and Cesaro have to go back to SmackDown as losers. And then they'll be soon dropping the tag team titles to the Lucha House Party. I guarantee you that. They'll be losing the tag team titles to the Lucha House Party very soon. I guarantee.
That could happen. But the match, but yeah, it could.
They gave away the Survivor Series already. I want to see WWE come November. Chill. Raw versus SmackDown Survivor Series. Raw versus SmackDown. It happens only one time a year. Fuck out of here. It already happened. You gave it away. Already throughout the entire year. You gave away champions versus champions on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. You gave away Asuka in her first run of Raw champion against Bayley as the SmackDown Women's Champion on Monday Night Raw. You gave away the Raw Tag Team Champions against the SmackDown Tag Team Champions last night on Monday Night Raw in a tag team match.
And why did they do champions versus champions? And why did they do, like you said, Asuka and Bayley? What's that D word?
Desperation for ratings on Monday Night Raw. Desperation.
Yep, because Monday Night Raw is in the shithole right now, as far as ratings go.
Yeah, they gave away.
That's why they did it.
Raw versus, they already given away Raw versus SmackDown champions for free on Monday Night Raw with Asuka versus Bayley, or the Street Profits against Nakamura and Antonio Cesaro.
Cesaro sounds better than Antonio Cesaro, though, by the way, guys.
Formerly Antonio Cesaro, but they moved Antonio to Cesaro. They gave it away, all these matches, Raw versus SmackDown champions on Monday Night Raw. Who's gonna care come November? Unless
they take the titles off one of them, but I agree, it's like, and it's nothing but a desperation attempt for it to pop a cheap rating because your show sucks.
Even if the Lucha House Party come to the Survivor Series as the tag team champions for SmackDown against the Street Profits, who gives a flying fuck? Who gives a flying fuck? You gave away Raw vs. SmackDown champions vs. champions on Monday Night Raw around 5 different times this year before the Survivor Series, and you expect people to care come November. Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And by the way, how many tag teams there is on Monday Monday Night Raw. They're already breaking up Andrade Cien Almas and Angel Garza. You already got one tag team. You already got a one-team division on Monday Night Raw, and the Street Profits are open.
You could do the Hurt Business. You have Hurt Business, and then they could put them in there. Then you have the Street Profits. That's all they have.
They could put Dominic and Seth Rollins. So they could put Seth Rollins and not Seth Rollins, but they could put Dominic and Rey Mysterio in a tag division with the Street Profits and the Hurt Business.
Or the Failure Retribution group. Two groups out of the member groups. They could put them there, but Retribution's a fail. They haven't even unmasked it, like I said with the title in this video. Just unmask them already.
Yeah. Who do they have on SmackDown? They have Cesaro Nakamura only. They have the Loser House Party in catering. Heavy Machinery. I don't know how the fuck are they still feuding with Miz and Morrison. Just take the briefcase off of Otis and that's it already. Who do you have on SmackDown? The Forgotten Sons? They're off television because of Jackson Riker's comments. Yeah.
Miz and Morrison. Break up Miz and Morrison. Morrison should be on his own. He doesn't need the Miz. The Miz is just dead weight that's holding him down.
Like, you got just merge the fucking tag team division on both shifts. Just merge the tag team division into one division already.
And then when when you have, because right now you don't have a lot of tag teams. When you have a lot of tag teams, then that's when you're allowed to do two divisions and two titles, because look who they have right now.
Yeah, and then the War Raiders, Hanson and Rowe. What? Hanson is set to get neck surgery tonight, and Rowe's gonna be off television. The AOP were let go. The Revival were let go 5 months ago. For God's sake, does WWE hate tag team wrestling this badly? The Street Profits.
What's next? Ricochet and Apollo Crews as a tag team.
Yeah, that's gonna get them over. In fact, they'll be buried even more. They'll be singing catering for their majority as a tag team on Apollo Crews and Retribution.
Or maybe I don't know if they do fucking this. Shane Thorne, Mojo Rawley, and Dio Madden. They haven't even unmasked yet. But really, who's next? Tozawa's Ninjas? Oh my god.
Don't get me started on the women's tag team division. It's just as bad as the men's tag team division on Raw and SmackDown.
And am I the only one that thinks this too? Adam and guys, it's like the women's tag team titles, like you look at Shayna Baszler, you look at Ruby Riott, you look at Liv Morgan. Yeah, Riott and Morgan have lost lately, but it's like, and I don't know. Let me know what you think about this. What I'm about to say right now, Adam. Am I the only one that thinks that these, like, you look at Shayna, Ruby, and Morgan, it's like they're good enough, like skill wise, to be competing for a singles Raw Women's title. Why are they being literally pigeonholed in this women's tag team title shit?
I mean, how many tag teams did WWE have in women's division? I mean, Sasha and Bayley, they broke it up. Good. Finally, they're feuding.
Sonya and Mandy.
Sonya and Mandy were a tag team, but they broke them up. Nia Jax and Tamina Snuka, forget about it. Nia got injured. I've WrestleMania 35. Tamina Snuka's been off of television ever since. And she's doing nothing on SmackDown. And what do they have? The Iconics? They've broken up. Razor Fear just for two. Where are they on this show? Where are they? The challenge for the tag team champions.
Legitimately.
Who else do they have? They broke up Carmella and Naomi for about a year ago. Mandy and Sonya, they split them up because they were feuding. Who do they have?
Then you got the Riot Squad, but now it's Riot and Morgan instead of Morgan and Logan.
Yeah, they have the Riot Squad minus Sarah Logan.
Yeah.
They're the only legit tag team that should be the tag team champions. They're the only. Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott, they are the only tag team that could be the tag team champions right now for the win.
Yep.
And
legitimately.
Natalia is a charisma vacuum, and And Lana is buried. It's gonna get buried every week on Monday Night Raw right now. Now that her husband is in AEW.
Oh, but remember, Vince McMahon and his baby Monday Night Raw, we're not afraid of AEW, says the cretin.
Yeah? Yeah, then why are they doing it? Why are they doing all the matches they did last night why did they do all the matches that they did last night? Oh, that's right. Because they want the spotlight to be on them away from Monday Night Football to try to get back to 2 million views.
And you know for a fact Monday Night Football crushed them in the ratings last night, big time.
Yeah.
How many people flocked from Monday Night Raw last night over to Monday Night Football? Ask yourself that. Seriously.
There's a lot of people, many people switched to Monday Night Football.
And people wanted to see it return, and especially this pandemic now. But Vince again, oh no. People only care about Monday Night Raw. People, they want to see only Raw. Yeah. Kevin Dunn, what do you think about that?
Well, I want to see how Vince McMahon's reaction will be when Monday Night Raw draws below a 1.5 billion viewers.
God, I hope so. God, I fucking hope so. That's what I'm wishing for.
Yeah. I want to see Vince's reaction when Monday Night Football just completely triples Monday Night Raw's rating. When Monday Night Football get out a 5 billion viewers or a 4 million viewer, and Monday Night Raw get below a 1.5.
And when they do, who's Vince gonna blame now? Like, I bet you this year, next year, I guarantee it, Bruce is gonna get fired.
Or Monday Night Raw double or triple Monday Night Raw's viewership. I guarantee Monday Night Football might double or triple Monday Night Raw's viewership.
Yep.
I wonder, who will Vince blame next? Because he's never gonna blame himself because he's never gonna admit his failure. The next guy who's gonna be blamed is Bruce Pritchard.
And I guarantee you, this year, next year, Bruce Pritchard will get fired. I guarantee it.
He's going to be fired. In fact, Vince McMahon is going to fire Bruce Pritchard, and he will put his son, Shane, in charge of Monday Night Raw as the executive director.
Yep. Good old buddy Bruce there.
Yeah.
Anyways, Cesaro Nakamura versus Street Profits. So soon as the bell rings, as soon as the bell rings, Cesaro catches Dawkins with the European uppercut. I love Cesaro's uppercuts, man. They look brutal as always. Nakamura and Cesaro then double team Dawkins. Nakamura then runs into a big boot from Angelo Dawkins. Then Ford tags in, and he drop kicks Nakamura. Dawkins then backdrops Ford on top of Nakamura. Then double drop kicks by Dawkins and Ford. Then this was one spot I watched last night with the match on Raw. This looked nasty, and I gotta give props to Montez Ford for taking this bump. So Ford tries the flip suicide diver. What is it? Top suicide or whatever.
Yeah. And then what happens?
He tries that dive, but he's caught in midair by Nakamura and Cesaro, and they lift him up high, and Montez Ford upper back first right to the barricade. Oh my God. I got to give Montez Ford credit for taking that.
And he takes a huge bump. Does Montez Ford.
We might call him the cringe prophets, but you got to give Montez Ford credit for taking that, man. That looked nasty.
At least they are good in the ring. And at least they're good in the ring. I'll have to give them some credit. The street prophets. They're actually good in the ring.
As much as they're the cringe prophets, but I do have to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
Because he went upper back first right into the barricade. High and tight, caught in midair.
But I look nice.
Like, if this guy is not in pain with his upper back tomorrow, I'd be completely shocked.
Yeah, I'd be shocked as well.
Because man, oh man, that looked so nasty.
Yeah. Anyways.
Then Then we go to commercial break. Sorry about that, guys. Something happened. But anyways, it's back. It's better now. Anyways, so then they go to commercial break. Then they come back from the break, and Nakamura lands a sliding German suplex that Nakamura usually does. Then Angelo Dawkins then hits a spine buster. Ford then tries a frog splash, but Nakamura gets the knees up. So then Ford kicks out. Then Cesaro obliterates Ford with the Swiss death that mid-air European, that like catapult or pop-up mid-air European uppercut that Cesaro does. Love it when Cesaro does that. He does it so smooth. And I'm watching Cesaro last night. Why is this guy not in the mid card on SmackDown for the IC title rest going up against guys like a Sami Zayn or a Jeff Hardy or an AJ Styles? This guy would be perfect there. I like Cesaro Nakamura's attacking, don't get me wrong, but why is he with Nakamura right now?
In fact, why is it Cesaro who won challenging for the Universal Championship? We're challenging for a WWE Championship. That's tremendous.
Could you imagine Cesaro Roman Reigns? Take my money. I even remember on a Raw episode in November 2015, it was a tournament match for the vacant WWE World Heavyweight title.
Because that's wrong.
Yeah, in 2015, this late 2015. And it was Raw. I think it was the Raw before Survivor Series 2015. Cesaro versus Roman Reigns. That match was very, very, very good.
Yeah. In fact, why is it Cesaro the one challenging dramatic time for the WWE Championship, even if Cesaro was SmackDown?
They could move him to Raw in the draft in October, or they could keep on SmackDown. Maybe they have him fight Roman Reigns. That would be another good match.
Yeah.
Or you know what they could do? Or you know they could do Cesaro and Matt Riddle. Why can't we get Cesaro and Matt Riddle? Those two would fucking kill it.
Yeah.
Or Cesaro and NXT UK. NXT UK is returning in 2 days, and I will be watching it and reviewing it on the channel. In fact, NXT UK, I'm going to review it on Sunday this week. So look out for that, NXT UK. But NXT UK returning in 2 days. Imagine Cesaro and NXT UK going up against Walter, or going up against Ilya Dragunov, or Dave Mastiff, or Tyler Bate.
Or a Trent Seven.
Yeah, or someone like Ridge Holland, or who's that they have their NXT UK? Jordan Devlin.
Joe Cole.
Yes, Noam Dar.
Some awesome matches there for Cesaro. There's a waiting for NXT UK.
Or another new wrestler in NXT UK called A-Kid. A-Kid, yes. A-Kid.
Yes. It's an actual name, A-Kid. What kind of name is that? Hey, number one.
I've watched them in NXT UK before they had to shut down temporarily because of COVID back this past spring, but like the very, very start, like January of this year, I watched him wrestle there in NXT UK on the network. He's impressive. He's a small guy, but he wrestles like a 08, 09 Kofi Kingston, but the guy's very good at what he does. But yeah, the name is A-Kid.
Let me ask you this. Who gets old by a name? A-Kid. A-Kid. Who gets old by a name like that? Who?
Yeah, literally, yeah. But he is impressive, though. I do have to say that.
In fact, imagine if this was a name on the main roster on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, they would make kid jokes. Unfunny.
Yeah.
Vince would literally take the piss out of that.
Yeah. Hey, what the fuck name is that? Well, not the wrestler himself, but when he's actually pretty good, but who gets over by a name like that? Hey.
Yeah, I agree.
This is a name that Vince McMahon will name somebody on the main roster. Hey.
Literally. But anyways, man. But yeah, Cesaro, like I said, would love to see him in NXT. I think he'd kill. I'd love to see him there. He'd kill it over there.
Yeah.
Cesaro Walter, money match.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it. So yeah, but anyways, Cesaro hits that midair European uppercut on Ford in the ring before it kicks out. Dawkinson sends Nakamura into the ring steps on the outside. Cesaro then unloads on Montez Ford with uppercut after uppercut. Cesaro then does the superplex on Ford back into the ring. Then Cesaro, now Dawkins did some blind tag. Dawkins tagged himself with Cesaro not even seeing it. So Cesaro superplexes Montez Ford in the ring, but Cesaro doesn't realize Dawkins made the tag. So Cesaro hit the mat when he hit the superplex in the ring on Montez Ford. Dawkins then hits a frog splash of his own for the 1-2-3. The Street Profits beat Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura clean on Monday Night Raw. SmackDown Tag Team Champs losing clean. We've discussed it already, but we're going to move on here. Enough.
No way. Champions still works for SmackDown. Why did disrespect your SmackDown by having their tag team champions clean on Monday night? Great job there, Vince.
Yeah. Oh, we can't have the Street Profits lose because, like Street Profits losing? No, says Vince McMahon. Terrible.
Yeah, and he thinks. Yeah, and he's doing this to prove to himself even more that Raw in his mind is the A show, when definitely it's not, and not even close.
No, in fact, Raw is the F show.
It's yes.
Mm-hmm. So then we go backstage. Lana's complaining to Angel Garza about Natalya not getting a title shot against Asuka. Lana, Natalya is not even deserving of Asuka in a Raw Women's title match. The hell are you talking about? So then...
A fucking rabbit is more deserving of a Raw Women's Championship match than Natalya.
My God, imagine Lana facing Asuka for the Raw Women's title. Yeah. And by the way, guys, Lana says she elevates the entire women's division. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. She elevates the women. Yeah, she elevates the women's division, all right.
Yeah, but
so much so.
Yeah. Say it.
Yeah, she elevates the women's division, all right, folks. So much so that people are reaching for the remote control and changing the channel.
Yeah. Well, Lana is also the same technique elevated. She's getting elevated by getting buried every single Monday night on Raw. Now that her husband is in AEW, they're the punished.
Yet there's going to be clowns in the comment section and on social media saying, "Oh, but they're not afraid of AEW." Yeah, keep saying that. Sure.
Yeah, keep saying.
Yeah. Oh, they're not. They're not afraid of AEW. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. If they're not afraid of AEW, then why did they book the matches they booked on Monday night last night? Why are they copying all of AEW's ideas? Because Raw is fucking garbage. Why are they burying Lana on Monday Night Raw?
And then you'll get, but then you get the clown saying, "Oh, but they're not stealing ideas from AEW. They're crediting them because they have good ideas and they should do what they do, man."
Oh, really? Alright, then why did everybody shit on the eye for an eye match between Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio when AEW did it first and they made it work? Then where was this praise for Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio's eye for an eye match? Explain that to me, Mr. T. Explain that to me. What? Yes. Tricks.
Anyways, man, so then Garza starts hitting on Lana. Zelina Vega and Andrade then walk in. Garza and Andrade are arguing, and Vega yells at Garza for leaving Andrade last week. Then Garza says he is tired of getting blamed for Andrade's failures. Vega then yells that she can't do this anymore. Vega then storms off. Then Garza and Andrade get into a fight in the back.
Who cares? Legitimate. At this point.
And can I say this too about Angel Garza? Very, very good talent. But man, oh man, is he being wasted on this show. Can we get him off this show? Please.
Can you put back on NXT? Why did you call him up this fast from NXT when he debuted?
Yeah, could you imagine Angel Garza back in NXT versus Santos Escobar? A face Angel Garza and a heel Santos Escobar for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship.
That would be awesome. Or Angel Garza against Tyler Breeze.
Or Angel Garza and Isaiah Swerve Scott. Or Angel Garza versus Damian Priest. Angel Garza versus Bronson Reed.
Or a Walking Wild.
Yep. Or a Raul Mendoza. Or Angel Garza versus Austin Theory for NXT North American Championship.
That would be awesome match there for him. And Andrade. Don't get me started on this guy. This guy is one of the biggest creative figures in this company's history, and it's not even his fault.
Nope.
It's not even his fault.
I remember NXT TakeOver Philly with Johnny Gargano and Andrade St. Almost for the NXT Championship.
That was fantastic. A 5-star classic between both Andrade and Johnny Gargano. It was the best match of the entire year in 2018. One of the greatest matches in WWE history. I think one of the best matches in TakeOver history for NXT. What is that Andrade? What is this Andrade who fought Johnny Gargano to take over Philadelphia on Monday Night Raw? What is the Andrade who was fighting Aleister Black at TakeOver New Orleans, the NXT Championship? And why is he in a meaningless storyline with Angel Garza that has been dragged on since WrestleMania?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. But he should be lucky that he's with Charlotte Flair right now.
Yeah. Honestly, I have nothing against Andrade. I know I feel sorry. I feel terrible for him. But legitimately, he should be lucky that he still has a job with this stuff. He's still that he's even employed on the main roster because Charlotte is still gonna be his wife.
Imagine if Charlotte Flair was not his wife.
The guy in fact, Andrade would have been released on Black Wednesday with the 50 other people who were let go on April 15th. The guy would be released by now.
Yep. Or maybe he's the guy that WrestleBoat's talking about that he's not going to renew his contract. Maybe it's Andrade.
Yeah. Maybe he's not the one who doesn't want to extend his deal.
And if it's Andrade, I don't blame him.
I will not blame anybody who doesn't want to resign with this company. Well, he's underrealized. I won't blame Andrade or Ember Moon or Naomi or Ricochet or Mustafa Ali. I don't blame any of them. I don't blame any of them if they don't want to resign with this company.
But
look at the way they've been treated on television. Look at the way they've been treated on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown every single week.
Yep. Yeah, but like I said, at this point, could be anyone, but maybe it is Andrade. And if it is, I don't blame him whatsoever. Just look at where he is at now, right now.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Honestly, Andrade would have been already somewhere else. Maybe he could have been in AEW or Impact Wrestling. Maybe he could have been in New Japan if he was released on Black Wednesday. If Charlotte was not his girlfriend.
Or he could have been a Ring of Honor.
Yeah. He would be anywhere right now if Charlotte was not his girlfriend and he was released on Black Wednesday. Because if he was, because he would have been released on Black Wednesday if Charlotte was not his girlfriend. He should be lucky he still has a job.
Exactly. Especially with Charlotte, his girlfriend and wife, but I do agree. Anyways, we got to move up. We do have to move on here. Go ahead.
If Charlotte is trying to say, why isn't Andrade getting pushed? Why, if Charlotte is Andrade's fiancé, then why isn't Andrade being rewarded with something? Then he was his face. Or his favorite block on the main roster. Why isn't Andrade being rewarded with a WWE championship match for a title ring? What?
You'd figure they do that, but no, that's too logical for Monday Night Raw. Fuck out of here.
Oh yeah, that's too logical though. Andrade, he doesn't speak English. Oh yeah, Andrade does not speak English. That's why he's not getting a WWE title or a title.
Bullshit.
How long before Andrade and Zelina Vega split up and Charlotte is Andrade's manager? Because maybe at that point, if Charlotte is Andrade's manager on TV, maybe Andrade becomes the WWE champ. Or Charlotte is going to ask WWE to put the title on Andrade, just to please.
Like I said, if Andrade was not with Charlotte as wife and husband, man oh man would Andrade would he be so out the door even months ago within like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, man, moving on here. In-ring segment, The Hurt Business. They make their entrance music hits. They make their way down to the ring. MVP, The Hurt Business is then in the ring. MVP says that business is booming. He's one of the lines I liked, Shelton Benjamin, from gold standard to premium or platinum. Lashley is going to be called Lashley the CEO.
Yeah. And Cedric.
Yeah, that too. So MVP says business is booming. And before we talk about The Hurt Business right now, I just want to throw this quick thing out there. Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley in suits, really nice and sharp, man. MVP must have some good style over there with the bling bling and the snappy suits, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
MVP's got some good style.
Honestly, how is Roman Reigns himself not wearing a suit like The Hurt Business? Or why is it Roman wearing a suit yet Baron Corbin is wearing a suit on SmackDown?
I think, is Corbin that more special? Because he's not. In reality, he's not. Is Corbin that good? In reality, he's not. He's a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
Quote, the King's ransom. Yeah, the same guy that says Matt Riddle doesn't belong on SmackDown. Yeah, sure. Keep saying that, Mr. Corbin. Mr. Burger King Baron Corbin.
Yeah, keep saying.
He's no king. Though he is a king, he's king of losers, and he's a Burger King.
Yeah. He could not even flip a burger right.
At Burger King, yeah. You probably work at Burger King and you probably get the food order all wrong and fucked up. Hey, I'm at Burger King. Mr. Corbin, I want the Whopper sandwich, large combo. No tomatoes, please. And I want cheese and bacon. Please. Thank you. Then he gives you the order. He puts tomatoes on the burger. Hey, Corbin, ask for no tomatoes. What the hell are you doing? I told you no tomatoes on the burger. You put tomatoes on it. You can't. You're loser in the WWE. You can't even flip you can't even get a food order right at Burger King.
My God, are we talking about Burger King or are we talking about Monday Night Raw?
In fact, as bad as Burger King is for you, even that's better than Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so MVP says business is booming, life is good. Then MVP says. Then he says that Cedric Alexander said. Then Cedric Alexander says that last week everyone was throwing dirt and shade because of what he did last week. This is Alexander's job. Being with Ricochet and Apollo left him beaten and broken.
Well, he was already beaten and broken, Cedric Alexander, for the past, ever since he went to Monday Night Raw in the Starshake of 2019.
You know, it's also beaten and broken. This show. So, Cedric, brother, I feel you. I know how you're feeling, man. We all feel the same way every single Monday night. We feel beaten and broken watching Raw every Monday night, and we not only do we feel depressed after watching Raw every Monday night, but after watching Raw every Monday night, we also feel beaten and broken. So, Cedric Alexander, my brother, I know how you feel. We so know how you feel. You're not alone.
You know who feels sad? You know who's beaten broken as well? Ricochet and Apollo Crews at the same time.
Yep. Exactly. And then we go. Then Apollo Crews and Ricochet then walk out on the stage. Crews calls Alexander weak-minded. Says that Alexander has to live with the consequences of his actions. Ricochet then says they aren't here for an explanation. They came here to tell Cedric Alexander that they are coming for him. Woo. Woo. Some threatening words there, Mr. Ricochet. I love Ricochet, but he's good in the ring, but his weakness is on the mic.
Yeah. Legitimately. Can we get this guy not scripted and he can at least have good promo?
Yeah, have him sound like a normal human being. Don't have him sound robotic. And it's not. I know it's not the guy's fault, but it's like have him sound good. Don't have him so overly scripted. My God.
Yeah. I get it. Well, it's not it's not the wrestler's fault that they're scripted when they're not experienced at promos. It's not anybody's fault who's better at promos to being scripted. This is
why the people in the back have them work on promos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have a sit down, have like a promo rehearsal.
Yeah, legitimately, like, where is CM Punk? Ricochet had a good promo, please.
Yeah, CM Punk would bring the best out of him in a promo.
Yeah. Could please get him? Could please get CM Punk? Maybe not to the WWE, but at least it teach Ricochet had a good promo.
Yeah, because Ricochet may be good in the ring, but when he speaks on the mic,
mute it. Mute the channel.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, we're coming for you." We're coming for you.
Ricochet would come to Vince McMahon to book him correct. Or he goes to Vince McMahon to give him his trunks.
Yeah, and he still wears the underwear trunks. Why?
Why? As if he's wearing Alexa Bliss's trunks on Monday Night Raw.
Oh my God. But who talks like that? We're coming for you.
Like, legitimately, maybe he should come to Vince McMahon to give him back his tights back. Or
yeah.
give him back his lasers for his entrance.
Legitimately. But anyways, man, then we get an impromptu one-on-one match. Cedric Alexander versus Ricochet. Now, this is a decent match for what it was. Ricochet takes down Cedric Alexander. Then Cedric retreats out of the ring. Ricochet hits a moonsault off the apron. That outside apron, that running to the corner turnbuckle on the outside, running that, then the moonsault. That looked nice. Then they go to... Yep, and then the brawl breaks out outside the ring with Eric running down to ringside and attacking Lashley. Then they go to the commercial break. Then after the break... Go ahead.
Eric. Not Eric. Who's Eric?
Or Row.
He's Row of the War Raiders.
Yeah.
Anybody could be. Anybody could have the first name Eric. Just ask Eric Young about that.
Yeah. Anyways, though, then they come back from break. Cedric and Ricochet, they're still fighting in the ring, and then Ricochet is top rope. He goes for his shooting star, but Cedric hits the Mikinuchi driver, that high angle Mikinuchi driver. But this time, no bots like last week. Ricochet kicks out. But, however, the finish of this, Cedric Alexander wins against Ricochet after the lumbar check, and I swear Ricochet sold that like $1 million freaking dollars. He sold that absolute fuck out of that lumbar check. Holy shit.
So one of the best lumbar checks of all time was Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, we may shut on Ricochet and his booking on Monday Night Raw and on the show, but you got to give her credits too, man. Ricochet knows how to fucking sell and make someone look good.
of his main roster. Bro. This is the best thing. Ricochet's best. This is the best thing that Ricochet does on that Ricochet is doing on the main roster. Fucking self.
Yeah, he does know how to, and he sure knows how to make an attack or any kind of move look good.
Yeah.
Because that lumbar check look absolutely devastating, man. And after that, it's like there's no way Ricochet's kicking out of that.
Yeah.
And it's like that is how you make the lumbar check look. If you know what I'm saying, guys. And if you know what I'm saying, Adam.
And indeed, Richard O'Shea did not kick out.
Nope. And any normal human being would not kick out of a lumbar check like that. Why would you? Like, seriously, imagine if Braun Strowman had that move on him and he'd kick out. Though Cedric lifting Braun up for the lumbar check, there's no way because Braun Strowman's the big guy. But
I mean, Braun Strowman is triple of Cedric Alexander's size.
Yeah. Literally. But anyway, Cedric wins. Decent match for what it was. Your thoughts on this?
A decent match. If they were given 20 minutes, they could have sealed a show. If they were given 20 minutes.
Exactly. But decent match for what it was. And again, I like to finish with the lumbar check that Ricochet sold the heck out of like $1 million.
Yeah.
So then as the Hurt Business is celebrating in the ring, lights go out. And what happens, folks? Retribution appears on the Titantron screen.
Retribution.
So the larger guy in the group, Dominik Dijakovic, says they refused to work in a system in the Performance Center and that they were disgruntled in the Performance Center. And they said they refused to work in a system in the Performance Center that isn't designed for them to succeed. They will show everyone exactly who they are soon. Sure you will. Sure you will. I'm hearing rumors. I read rumors at 1:10 late last night before I went to sleep last night that the Retribution members won't be revealed until after the draft rumored for next month in October rumored. So, like I said earlier in this video, at least 2 times. 4 more weeks of this shit. 4 more weeks of not finding out who Retribution, how many members and who is in Retribution. 4 more weeks we have to sit through. Since August 3rd, that's 2 months. We have 4 more weeks of this.
Christ above.
And it's like we will show the WWE and Monday Night Raw that we're disgruntled and all. And this will be retribution for you. Can we just unmask? Can we please unmask these guys already? Just get it done and completely over with. Seriously.
Get them all off of this show.
And you do realize before this, right now, they were on Raw and then SmackDown. Now they're just on Raw. You do realize them off SmackDown and them on Raw. You do realize this, right? And now with Roman Reigns, and I know some people are saying Roman Reigns, he should be the leader of Retribution. Why would Roman want anything to do with this? He wants nothing to do with this. Even he knows.
Why would he be a leader of a failure of a faction? Why?
Roman would devour these guys whole in 10 seconds less.
Yeah.
He'd break them all in half in 5 seconds, legitimately.
He's gonna make them look like his childs.
Yeah. He'd literally make them his bitches in seconds.
Yeah. He's gonna eat them alive in seconds, as if they're food.
Yeah. Or like an appetizer snack, but.
Yeah, they call Roman Reigns the big dog, right?
Yeah.
Roman Reigns is hungry. Let's feed him Retribution.
Yeah. Yeah. But one thing and I know he still says this, but when Roman was a babyface, though Roman's a heel now, but when Roman was a babyface, remember Michael Cole? Here comes the big dog.
In fact, I wish the big dog would Retribution.
Yeah, legitimately. I'd love it. I'd absolutely love it because Retribution is a what? What's the F word? What? Failure? You got that correct. Ding, 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 ding. Four more weeks of this shit. 4 more weeks. It's gonna be a long September, folks. Get ready. So then we go to backstage. Mickie James said, so then we go to backstage with Mickie James. Mickie says she loves this business and is going with her 7th title reign tonight when she faces Asuka tonight for the Raw Women's Championship.
Yeah, sure. And speaking of which,
yeah.
Speaking of Raw Women's Championship match.
Yeah. Go ahead. You were saying something.
Well, I would say something again. Speaking of the Raw Women's Championship match, it was up next.
Yes. Yep. It was up next. But before that, however, folks, we go backstage. MVP confronts Adam Pearce about his lack of control over the Retribution issue. How many times have we seen Adam Pearce on Raw lately on this show? Last week, he got 2-3 segments over Mustafa Ali on Raw a week ago. And he's on the show again.
But is he the general manager of both shows?
Where we've seen mostly on Raw lately, is he the new GM on Raw?
We don't know.
Then MVP offers to take over for Pierce's crappy security. If Pierce doesn't fix this, he will be out of a job, and the Hurt Business is the best option. Pierce then thanks them for volunteering. MVP says that they will send him a bill.
How do you not love MVP? How do you not love him?
MVP in the ring, not all that good if you ask me, but as a mouthpiece and a manager, he's like a Paul Heyman manager, like God. No, not a God, I shouldn't say, but I think they're slowly transitioning him into like a Paul Heyman like manager role. Because he's a great mouthpiece. He's good. He's a good promo.
Yeah. How do you not love him when he's in a segment?
Yeah. In fact, like I said, Hurt Business, one of the Raw sucks, and the only few good things with Raw, one of them is the Hurt Business.
Absolutely.
And like you said, and I agree with you, Adam, how do you not like MVP with this promo? Yeah, Adam Pearce, we'll get the Hurt Business, consider your crappy security, but we'll send you a bill. Don't worry, buddy.
Yeah, literally. Legitimately.
He's like, don't worry, bud. I'll send you a bill. At least you tried. You can't harp on MVP for that. But anyways, third man. Moving on here. Raw Women's Championship match. Asuka versus Mickie James. Raw Women's title match that should be a Clash of Champions given away on Raw last night. Why? Desperation with Monday Night Football. That's all this was. So Asuka and James are training pin attempts in their ring. James then mocks Asuka. Then Asuka almost locks her in the Asuka lock. Then Asuka tries to taunt James, but James kicks Asuka's legs out from under her. Asuka then catches James with a pop-up knee. However, James kicks out. Then they go to commercial break.
Yeah, because that's what we want to see, a fucking commercial.
In the middle of a Raw Women's Championship match.
Awesome.
Yeah. Good creativity you got there on Monday Night Raw, Vince and Bruce. Good job there.
And
Not.
done.
Yep. Yeah, some good show you got there, Vince.
Some good show that you have there, Bruce. Some good job you have there, Kevin Dunn.
You mean and Bruce Pritchard, Adam? You mean Bruce Logic Gap Pritchard, because that's what I call him.
Fire Bruce Pritchard should be as a hashtag. Fire Bruce Pritchard.
Yep. Guarantee you this year, next year he's gonna get cut. Watch. Guarantee it.
Sooner rather than later, he's gonna be cut as the executive director. He'll be fired soon.
Another scapegoat will be Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then we come back from so they go to commercial break. Then we come after the break. James lands a senton off of the top rope, but Asuka kicks out. Asuka drops James with a spinning back fist in the ring. Asuka, and the stiff, intense wrestler she is, nice back fist from Asuka and the kicks as well. Then Asuka does these roundhouse kicks on James, and when James sold them, she was back bouncing off the mat when Mickey sold the kicks from Asuka. Your thoughts?
Really? Mickey James was acting as if she didn't want to be there.
Yeah, I mean, when she took the kick, she was back bouncing off the mat and stuff. Look nasty, but I do agree. It's Mickey and Asuka, and I heard the match wasn't really good. And first I thought the match was decent, but now looking back on it, I saw one spot. Mickey did the Mick kick, but she got a little bit. She almost completely missed it. It's like a Mickey. It's like a Mickey didn't even want to be there.
I don't know if this was if this is a botch. I don't know if it looked weak or if it planned. I don't know. It looked slop.
Yeah, it looked really off, big time. It's like if Mickey didn't even want to be there, but then again, this is Monday Night Raw, and who can blame her?
Yeah.
Or maybe the Wrestle Votes thing that a certain talent's not renewing their contract. Maybe it's Mickey James.
I don't know.
Because she signed with WWE in 2017 a 3-year contract. Her contract is up sometime this year. Maybe it's Mickey James that leaves the WWE.
Me.
And then again, who can blame her? Because what the hell have they done with her since her return this year? First match, she goes to Raw. She goes to the Raw brand. Her first match loses by count out to Natalya.
And she got a job entrance on Monday Night Raw. She got a job entrance.
Yep. Ridiculous. You have a 6-time women's champ, a future Hall of Famer in WWE, one of the greatest women of all time in WWE, and in wrestling history, Mickey James. You have her with a jobber entrance. And the attire. Don't even get me started on the ring attire, man, that they gave her. I love Mickey James. She's one of my all-time favorites. Don't get me wrong, but the outfit they had her in, your thoughts on that, Adam? I thought it looked ridiculous.
The same outfit that she was wearing 2 years ago?
Yep, that one.
She looked just like JD would say, maybe she looked like Goldar, that she got from Goldar, the attire.
Yep. So then Asuka hits the ropes and James rolls her into a single leg Boston Crab. James then lands the check kick, and like I said, it looked off. Asuka gets her hand on the bottom rope for rope break. Asuka and James then trade pin attempts. Neither can get 3 count. Then Asuka rolls James into the Asuka lock. And the ref stops the match. Now, I watched this, and you watched this, Adam. I guarantee you, I never saw Mickey tap out.
Yeah, Mickey did not submit in match.
Mickey did not tap, yet they end the match. The match was bad, yeah, but fuck finish. There was a botch last week with Cedric and Ricochet. Now this week with Asuka and Mickey. What's next with the next week with a Raw botch? I wonder.
Or maybe, all I can think of, maybe Vince McMahon in the back somewhere knew that the match was awful, and he wanted it to end like that.
Well,
He wanted it to end as soon as possible. wanted to end it as soon as possible because he knew the match was terrible.
Well, don't book the match last night in an attempt for desperation because of NFL last night. Then don't fucking do it last night. Do it at the Clash of Champions instead of last night. That's what happens when you give the match away last night because of Monday Night Football. That's what fucking happens.
That's what happens. We don't save it for the pay-per-view. That's what happens.
Just like Orton, just like Drew McIntyre and Keith Lee last night. You give that away for free. That's WrestleMania worthy, yet you're giving that away for fucking free last night. Bullshit. Bullshit. So after this Raw Women's title match, which was absolutely god-awful, I love Mickey and Asuka, but the match was not good last night. So then we go to Zelina Vega storming to the ring. Vega says she's been thinking about her future. Vega says Asuka is too focused on the stars of the past. She says Asuka should be focused on the future. Vega then tells Asuka not to bother asking if she is ready for her. Vega then says Asuka isn't ready for her. Then Vega slaps the taste. Zelina Vega slaps the taste out of Asuka. Then Asuka charges at Vega. Then Vega rolls out of the ring.
Well, Asuka's only focused on the past. You mean Vince McMahon is focused on the wrestlers from the past?
Yep. Legitimately. The Vince McMahon that'll never learn about, like, he relies too much on nostalgia and he won't ever learn.
Yeah.
Because Vince is a 75-year-old man who he's like, and like you said, a zombie is Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Is he even human? The guy doesn't sleep.
The guy speaks like a dead man. The guy speaks like a dead man.
Yeah. Oh, Adam Pearce, I need you to do better to stop Retribution. They're evading my show Monday Night Raw too much, man. You need to get better security, or else I might have to reconsider your job position on Monday Night Raw, Adam Pearce. That's Vince McMahon.
All I want to say, Mickie James should show up next week on Monday Night Raw. I'd say that she did not tap out. Mickie James should be in a segment next week on Monday Night Raw and come out and say that she did not tap out and she wants a women's title match.
I even said that not long ago to Adam. Next week on Raw, Mickie James coming out and said she never tapped. If I don't see that next Monday on Raw, then last night's Raw Women's title match was a complete waste of all of our time. If they don't do that next week with Mickie James coming out next week on Raw saying that she never tapped, if they don't have that next week, waste of time the Raw Women's title match was last night. Why did you even book it?
Yeah.
If that's the case.
Yeah, maybe Mickie should show up on Raw next week and say she didn't tap out, and this will give her a reason for another title match. Maybe she will have a reason to have another title match.
Exactly. I better see it next week, and if I don't, I am going off on it.
Yeah. If they're not gonna do that, if Mickie James does not show up on Raw and say she didn't tap out and she wants another title match, then let's admit that the match that we got last night Raw was a complete waste of time, and it only goes to show you that Vince McMahon is desperate to get Monday Night Raw's ratings up.
Yeah.
And Vince McMahon opened the match. He only did the match and he hyped it up just because to get people to watch Monday Night Raw and to boost Monday Night Raw's ratings.
And to watch Raw over Monday Night Football and desperation.
Yeah, and he did the match. Monday Night Raw's ratings.
Exactly. So then we go to but yeah, before we get to Bobby Lashley and Raw, Zelina Vega in a Raw Women's Championship match. Has she even won a match on Raw this year?
Oh, no. The last time she was in a match, she lost. Bianca Belair.
Squashed by, not just losing to Bianca Belair, squashed by Bianca Belair.
In 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, yes. Where is Bianca Belair on this show? Where is she?
She wasn't even there last night. She should be challenging Asuka, though. I do have to say, though, I'm probably better yet. Bianca Belair's not fighting Asuka now because that's WrestleMania worthy.
Yeah, Bianca Belair should be winning matches that actually mean something to the point that we want to see her in a women's title match against Asuka on a paper.
And better yet, Asuka and Bianca should not be given away at all. Like Asuka and Bianca Belair on Raw given away, that's stupid too. Don't do that like you did with Asuka and Mickie James. Because not more importantly, Asuka and Bianca Belair's WrestleMania worthy. You give that away for free on Raw. You know what I'm doing.
Sleep.
Not that, but I'm gonna be ranting and bitching.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch. I'll watch. It'll be a good match, but I will be ranting and complaining on it. If Asuka and Bianca Belair, if that's given away, Asuka and Bianca Belair, if that's given away on Raw, I have a problem with that. Hello?
But seriously, is Vince McMahon this desperate at ratings? Is he that desperate?
Or is Vince McMahon a Monday Night Raw, or if they really given up that much?
He's desperate.
They've given up, in my opinion.
Anyways.
Yeah, moving on here. But yeah, Asuka, Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega's not bad at all in the ring, but she's won no matches this year on Raw in 2020, and it's like unreal. She hasn't even won one match this year. Not even one match she won this year. Not even. Yet she's getting a Raw Women's title match. And they gave away, and Asuka and Mickie James, which should happen at Clash of Champions, they gave it away last night. And nothing but a desperation move to pop a cheap ass rating for Raw because your show sucks. Because your ratings are in the shitter right now.
As if anybody cares.
Yep. Anyways, but moving on here, Bobby Lashley and Rowe. I don't know who Eric is, but what do we need to say about this? Who won?
No.
Who won? If you guessed Rowe, you are wrong. Rowe or Eric misses the flying knee. Lashley hits the spear in the corner. Then Rowe lands 2 knee strikes for a near fall. Then Lashley puts Rowe or Eric in the Hurt Lock or the full Nelson or Master Lock, and Rowe taps out. Bobby Lashley wins. Buried is Rowe. Hello? I don't know what to say here. I'm literally speechless. Unreal, man. Unreal. I mean, I like that. I mean, terrible. I'm not even going to talk much about this, but moving on here. Bobby Lashley went to the full Nelson. Who gives a shit? War Raiders are dead on Monday Night Raw. Just get them off this show. Please. Please. Anyways, technical difficulties, guys. Hold on, guys. But yeah, it's like, anyways. So then we go backstage. Braun Strowman. Yes. Braun Strowman on Monday Night Raw. And he demands to be let into Raw Underground. Shane then opens the door, and Strowman then rants about knocking out someone's teeth. Oh, hold on. Oh, Adam's back, guys. Anyways, Adam, I want to get your quick thoughts on Rowe and Lashley. Rowe getting buried.
going to say. I know what you said. Rowe was buried. Zero offense. Zero got a bottom line. Zero offense.
But he got knee strikes on Bobby Lashley, man.
What the fuck? He lost. Let it out.
But he hit some knee strikes on Lashley in the ring, man. It was some stiff knee shots, man.
What? That's about it. That's about it. I know what you said. I know I missed nothing for what you said because I already know.
Yeah, who even gave a shit about the match last night? Rowe got buried. War Raiders are dead on this show.
Yeah. What did the match last for? How many minutes did this match last for?
Like two? Yeah. Yeah. And Lashley won clean with the full Nelson. Clean.
Nelson, clean. Yeah, man, is Raw Underground that success though, right?
Speaking of which, Braun Strowman is backstage. He demands to be let into Raw Underground. Then Shane opens the door and Strowman rants about knocking out someone's teeth.
Hey, hold on. Who is Braun Strowman, number one? Who is Braun Strowman?
The same guy who was Universal Champion on SmackDown for 4 months. Then afterwards, he comes out in his underwear dancing like an idiot.
No. Wait. What is Braun Strowman saying? That would be calling him?
Clownman.
Boring. Bald man. Bald. Just look at his hair. Just look at his head. Bald man.
Yeah.
Or Jake Siski Jr.
Yep. But
this is your former Universal Champion, my brothers. This is your former Universal Champion, my brothers and sisters. Going through Universal for 4 months since WrestleMania, and dancing in his black underwear. Now he's a Raw failure. Oh.
How low can you get? The guy sucks, but how low can you go, man? And on Raw Underground, he gets taken down by Titus O'Neil. By the way, Titus had to take a break a little bit from catering last night, by the way, folks. From a night ago, folks. You know, he put Apollo Crews and Ricochet in charge for a bit during Raw last night when Titus was on Raw Underground last night. Hey, Ricochet and Apollo Crews, I'm leaving you in charge. Don't burn my mashed potatoes, guys. I'm counting on you. Don't burn the mashed potatoes, fellas. You burn them, I'm giving the duties to Mustafa Ali, bro. Don't fuck it up. Come on.
My God. And he's not only taken down by Titus O'Neil, he's taken down by Riddick Moss and the idiot known as Dolph Ziggler.
Yes, 2-3 people taken down Braun Strowman, and this guy was your Universal Champion for 4 months on SmackDown. Just let that sink in.
Honestly,
the worst world champion of all time outside of Jinder Mahal and the Great Khali.
Or he may be worse than Jinder Mahal. For all we know, he may be worse than Jinder Mahal.
And it's like I said, now how bad does it look that they did all of that now? Now look where Braun Strowman's at now.
Or not. Or look what they did to Bray Wyatt at Super Showdown. Now this makes Bray Wyatt flaws at Super Showdown against Bill Goldberg sound worse.
Yep. And Goldberg, if I lose to the Fiend at Saudi Arabia, my image is forever, ever tarnished for all the little kiddies and youngsters and children out there that think that I'm a big superhero. Says Bill Goldberg.
And now look at Gold. Now look what happened at Super Showdown. Now look what happened to Bray Wyatt and Bill Goldberg in that match at Super Showdown. That made that match far worse.
And Goldberg, he's selfish. He's only there for what?
Just like Dolph Ziggler, the almighty dollar.
Goldberg could care too. Goldberg could give 2 shits less about this business. Not 1 ounce of care does he have for pro wrestling. Not 1.
Now this makes Bray Wyatt this worse. They took the title off of him to put it on Braun Strowman at WrestleMania, and now we're looking at Braun Strowman now. Now look at Braun now after all of this for 4 months or 7 months since Super Showdown. Now look at Braun Strowman right now. Was it worth it?
Absolutely not. He was Universal Champion for 4 months. Awful, awful, awful.
Fucking ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous, man. And then, so Shane opens the door for Braun to go into Raw Underground. Then Braun rants about knocking out someone's teeth. Is he knocking out Kevin Dunn's teeth? I hope.
Bro, Strowman. No, I don't want to knock. I don't want him to come anywhere near me to break my teeth and knock my teeth. Because I want to buy some toothbrush to brush my teeth because I want to look clean and stylish.
Oh my God. Anyways, moving on. Backstage, Seth Rollins yells at Murphy to get it together. Rollins then chokes Murphy and slaps him in the face. Rollins then demands that Murphy stays in the back. Then we go to Michael Cole. He announces that The Miz called in a favor and Mandy Rose was traded to Monday Night Raw. She wasn't even on this show last night. Mandy Rose is good on SmackDown. Was good on SmackDown. You expect Mandy Rose to have good treatment on Monday Night Raw. She wasn't even there last night. So just let that sink in. Do you expect Mandy Rose to be treated right on Raw? Of course not.
Or maybe this is a storyline, or this is just the storyline that Mandy is on Raw and Otis wants her back on SmackDown, and he will give up the Money in the Bank briefcase to Miz and Morrison in exchange for Mandy Rose to come back to SmackDown.
That would make sense, and that could be something, but they could do that.
At the same time, we'll be asking, why did they give Otis the Money in the Bank briefcase? We'll be asking this as well. Why did they give Otis the briefcase if he was not going to cash it?
Exactly. And why are they still feuding with Miz and Morrison?
Beats me. The worst Money in the Bank briefcase holder, and the most unexpected Money in the Bank briefcase holder is Otis.
I mean, I love Heavy Machinery and Otis, don't get me wrong, but Otis has done literally nothing with that briefcase. And now it's like lunch boxes with the briefcase. Yes, lunch boxes with that briefcase.
Does anybody remember that he's holding it? Anyone remember he's holding it?
Ridiculous, man. Anyways, moving on here. So then we go backstage. Rey Mysterio says that Rollins should fear Dominic. What people should be feared of Rey Mysterio? Monday Night Raw.
You know what people should be feared of? Vince McMahon taking their careers and stripping them of their identity.
Yep. And don't even get me started with Aleister Black, man. We're going to talk about that shortly after this match. Steel cage match. Seth Rollins versus Dominic Mysterio with the Mysterio family. And Buddy Murphy with Seth Rollins in the Rollins corner too. Seth Rollins versus Dominic Mysterio again. Oh, but it's a steel cage though. But it's a steel cage though this time, man. I don't care if it's Hell in a Cell. I don't care if it's Parking Lot Raw. I don't care if it's a First Blood match.
We've seen it already. Can we just get Rey Mysterio to get healthy and have him face Seth Rollins and have Mysterio get the win for the family and just end it?
Yeah. Or better yet, move these guys to have these guys move on to something else. Like, why can't Dominic and Rey Mysterio be in the tag team division on this show? Seriously.
Yeah. Or why can't Dominic be in NXT right now? Have him run in the PC more and have him feud with Santos Escobar for the Cruiserweight title.
That'd be awesome. Or even Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar would be incredible.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Dominic Mysterio is good, but also another thing I want to make mention of, guys. How many stipulation matches, how many one-on-one matches that's not normal one-on-one matches can Dominic Mysterio be in?
Legitimately, at this point, get him in regular one-on-one matches.
First street fights, the no holds bar, now cage matches.
Yes.
Like what they did with Braun Strowman, just gimmick matches. Why are you doing this same thing with Dominic Mysterio? Though he's better than Braun Strowman, way better than Braun Strowman, but still.
But legitimately, get this guy in one-on-one matches, please. Can we please get him in regular one-on-one matches, and that's it?
That's all we ask. How hard is that to ask? Don't care who it's against.
Because at this point, you're going to expose Dominic for being green in the ring. And he's not trained yet.
Yeah, or that he's still got some work to do, or that he's good, but he's that bad. Or though he's good, but I don't know if he's that bad, or he's been impressive, don't get me wrong, but it's like you're going to really, really overexpose him so much if you keep on doing what you're doing now.
Yeah.
At that point, people are going to see, oh, this guy's not that great.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'll be so overexposed. It's like look what they did with Braun Strowman, and they put him in nothing but gimmick matches. Now look what happened
with Dominic Mysterio. Yeah, the same might happen to Dominic.
Hope not. You don't want to do that again like you did with Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Though Braun sucks, but you just don't want to do that.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And he's impressive, and you really want to so overexpose the guy. Come on.
Give us a break.
Why do we book the show better than the people who actually work for the current Raw creative team? And you do realize a week ago, Vince fired a lot of the Raw writers.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not kidding you guys. This actually happened a week ago.
Yeah. There were reports that Vince McMahon released over 130 people in a span of 24 hours.
Yep.
130 people in a span of 24 hours. First, 60 people, and then the next 70 people from backstage.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
It wasn't the top. There was nobody from the roster getting released from the men and women on the roster in NXT, even though there will be releases of talent from on the roster. But 60 people, and then the next 70 people from backstage, and dozens of Raw writers were fired.
Yeah. Though I don't know about NXT talent, but I see a lot of disgruntled Raw talent. I see because I don't know. We could go on and on. Mickey James, Andrade. They could go on and on. Ali, Ricochet,
Apollo.
Mm-hmm.
The Prophets.
Yeah. The Prophets, the cringe, you mean the cringe Prophets, but deep down I think they feel defeated. I feel the same way watching the show every Monday night. I feel them. Yeah.
They should go on.
Yeah, but anyways, moving on. Cage match. Dominic Mysterio, Seth Rollins. Dominic Mysterio lands the head scissors. Dominic then tries to climb the cage, but Rollins stops him. Dominic then hits a DDT off the cage, which looked decent. Dominic then starts his climb again. Murphy then runs down to ringside and he hands Rollins the kendo stick. Rollins then hits Dominic with the kendo stick. Then Dominic falls off the cage. Then they go to commercial break. Then after the break, Dominic then sends Rollins into the cage after reversing Rollins' Irish whip attempt. Mysterio then slides Dominic a kendo stick. Or then Ray slides Dominic a kendo stick, I should say. Then Dominic hits Rollins over and over again with the kendo stick. Dominic then grabs Rollins and sends him into the cage multiple times. Sidewalk slam by Dominic. Rollins just barely kicks out of that. Then Rollins hits double leg. Then Rollins double leg. Rollins. My bad. Rollins. Then double legs Dominic Mysterio and slingshots him into the cage. Dominic then tries to climb the cage again. Then Rollins joins Dominic. Dominic then slams Rollins' head into the cage. Rollins trips Dominic, causing him to get crotched on the top rope. Then Dominic trips Rollins, and he ends up in the same crotch position as Dominic on the ropes.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Honestly, the match is only decent, yeah. The match is decent, but legitimately, how many times do I have to see decent? Can we just get Rey Mysterio and a one-on-one match with Seth
Yeah. Yeah.
From this situation right now.
Yeah. I do want to say decent match, but how many times can you see these two go at it?
We've seen it about 3 different times.
Enough with that already, you know?
Yeah.
And then, and so then both guys are in the crotch position on the top rope. Both Dominic and Seth. Then Dominic starts to crawl into the door. Mysterio then cheers Dominic on. Murphy then attacks Mysterio. Then Murphy accidentally slams the cage door on Rollins' head. Dominic then lands a frog splash. And then Rollins kicks out. Now, before this, Rollins was down and out in the ring. Dominic Mysterio could have easily escaped the cage, but he hits a frog splash and Rollins kicks out. You could have escaped the cage there. Why?
You could have. He could have escaped the cage right there after Buddy Murphy accidentally hit the door on Seth Rollins' face.
But no, he does a frog splash and the Rollins kicks out. Stupid. If I was in there, I would escape the cage.
I would have escaped right immediately when he had the chance, when Seth Rollins was knocked out cold.
But then you'll get a clown in the comment section or an idiot in the comment section. Oh, but they can't end the match that way, man. It needs to come off as a big move, man, not someone being slammed in a cage, man.
It doesn't matter. He had the opportunity.
Yep.
He had the chance. He had the opportunity in front of him to win this match. Because Seth Rollins was out cold, and he was on his feet. Was Dominic, and he did not escape.
Yep.
I could have escaped it. I could have escaped in 7 seconds when Seth Rollins was out cold. If I was in a steel cage match again.
Yep, I'd do the same. I'd absolutely do the same too. So then Dominic gets to the top rope off the cage. Rollins lands the superplex in the Falcon Arrow, which I always like when Rollins does that. But like we all may harp on Rollins with his interview stuff, but when he does a superplex Falcon Arrow combo, he does it so good.
Yeah.
Rollins definitely knows what he's doing in the ring, and he definitely knows how to fucking wrestle.
Well, I wish he was knowing what he's doing. I wish he's knowing what he was doing in interview.
Literally. So then Dominic somehow, someway kicks out of that, the superplex into the Falcon Arrow. Then Rollins hits 2 curb stomps in the cage, and Rollins wins the cage match.
And he wins the match.
And then after the match, then this happened after the match. Buddy Murphy and Seth Rollins were outside the ring, outside the cage, but Rollins attacks Murphy. Rollins then screams at Murphy that he doesn't do what he tells him to do. Rollins then slams the cage door right on Murphy's head. Then Rollins walks up to Mysterio's wife, Angie, and says he hopes she did a better job with her daughter.
Yep.
Then the Mysterios go check on Dominic. Then before Mysterio's daughter, Aaliyah, gets in the ring and in the cage, she then checks on Murphy first. So,
maybe they're teasing that Aaliyah is feeling sympathy for Buddy Murphy. Mysterio's daughter, yeah, is doing sympathy for Buddy Murphy.
Possibly. And maybe they're doing a Buddy Murphy Seth Rollins feud. Maybe Murphy is going to be the guy that writes Rollins off TV because Becky Lynch is having the baby.
Yeah.
Happy for Rollins and Becky, happy for Seth and Becky, by the way. But it looks like Buddy Murphy's going to be that guy that writes Seth Rollins off of television.
Yeah. And give Buddy Murphy some legitimacy.
Yeah, but win over Rollins would be big for Murphy, in my opinion. And imagine if Murphy beats Rollins, then with the draft in October, rumored Murphy goes back to SmackDown and he feuds with Roman Reigns.
That would be awesome, bro.
Buddy Murphy versus Roman Reigns too. Come on. After the great match they had last August, remember that?
And last year's in 2019.
The SmackDown in Toronto on the SmackDown after SummerSlam last year.
Do it all over again. We want to see it again, as always.
And like I remember that match last year, how Buddy Murphy sold that spear, turned him inside out. He made that spear look so damn good.
He made it look legit.
Like that's if like someone's doing a spear, that's how I do a spear.
Yep.
But that looked great. And the match was really, really awesome. It was definitely great last year. And I would not, and that seeing that again, I do not mind that at all whatsoever. But this time with the roles reversed, and Roman is heel and Murphy as a face, that could be something really good. After Roman Reigns, Jey Uso could be something very interesting if you ask me.
That would be interesting.
Absolutely. So then we go to Raw failure then. Do I need to even go over this? Dolph Ziggler chokes someone out, and then Riddick Moss comes up, and then Ziggler tries to single leg, but he can't get on Riddick Moss. Then uppercut from Ziggler. Then Riddick Moss slams Ziggler into the mat. Then Ziggler does this side headlock. But Moss escapes. Then Braun Strowman rushes on the platform, and he runs over Ziggler. Because that's all Braun Strowman's good for, running fast.
What do you want me to say?
Then Strowman hits the C4 that lifting, like gut wrench face, dropping his face first, almost one of his old signature move that he does, the Yokozuna cutter, whatever the hell he did.
Hold on.
Yes.
And then what did he do? A power slam? Or one of the worst power slams that you've ever seen?
Like a head scissors power slam counter. Awful power slam. Then Strowman hits the C4 on Moss, and then a nasty Uranagi suplex. Who cares? Seriously, who cares? Then they go backstage. McIntyre and Keith Lee backstage. McIntyre suggests that he saved Keith Lee from a loss last week. Then Lee interrupts and questions why McIntyre is dragging his name. Lee then says he beat Randy Orton at Payback. He then says that McIntyre is concerned with losing tonight. Lee then puts his hand near McIntyre's face. Then McIntyre warns Lee 3 times before decking him. Then Lee and McIntyre get into a brawl, and then they are eventually separated by referees and officials. Is McIntyre or Keith Lee a heel in this thing?
Who is the heel? Look at the heel.
Who books this? Who books this garbage?
Who keeps booking this? I look, outside of Vince McMahon, haven't done it for spiritual. I genuinely want to know who's booking this show. I genuinely want to know who thinks this is a good idea.
Legitimately.
Awful. This is trash.
I even heard rumors months ago, that they wanted to bring Keith Lee up to the main roster on this show, but turning Keith Lee heel. Vince saw Keith Lee as the heel. I like him as a face. Why would you turn this guy heel? You turn him heel. You want to make him that less special? That's what you do.
My God. Awful. And worse yet, they had Keith Lee wear a singlet.
Yes. Yeah, that too, guys. Like a singlet. Seriously, guys, am I watching pro wrestling, or am I watching a high school wrestling match where you wear a singlet? Because in fact, I wrestled, by the way, guys. I wrestled in middle school and high school combined for 6 years. When I wrestled for 6 years I wrestled for 6 years in school, middle school and high school combined. 6 years. You have to wear singlet, but am I watching that, or am I watching a pro wrestling show?
My God. First, they had him in a vest to cover up his belly because he's too fat.
According to Vince McMahon, Keith Lee is fat. I can't see his belly. He's fat.
They have him first in a vest, then a basketball shorts, and they took away his trunks, and now he's wearing a singlet on Monday Night Raw.
It looked ridiculous on him. It looked absolutely ridiculous on Keith Lee.
He's just used him twice. Twice.
He's not buried, but man, oh man, have they ruined this guy so much on the main roster on this show.
Oh.
I fear for Adam Cole coming on this show.
Legitimately, I fear for the Undisputed Era on Monday Night Raw after last Wednesday's NXT or last Tuesday's NXT, Super Tuesday NXT.
NXT will be back this Wednesday, but again, I fear for the UE on this show. I really do. Can you imagine them on Raw and Raw Underground? Raw Underground.
Raw Failure Ground.
Unreal. What's next? Keith Lee and Raw Underground? Yeah, that's the next thing I want to see. Not.
Oh, absolutely god awful. What else was god awful was that they changed Aleister Black's fucking trunks to tights.
Oh, don't even get me started on that, Adam. We're going to go over that shortly, though, guys, but don't even get me started on that, Adam. We're going to go over it, but anyways, we're going to go over that shortly, though, but before that, then we go backstage. Titus O'Neil wants in on Raw Underground, then the big man lets him in. Shane McMahon's big man. Jordan, he was in the NBA, a big 7-foot guy. He lets it. Jordan, last name starts with an L, but a big, scary guy. Tall monster guy. Over 7 foot tall, he was in the NBA.
Was he successful there?
Well, he was in NXT in the local Florida house shows, and his manager was Malcolm Bivens.
Well, who knows? And who cares?
I saw it on Twitter, by the way, though, in case you guys didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Who knows who he is? And who cares who he is?
Yeah. The guy hasn't even been on NXT TV once, and he was in NXT local Florida shows, and he's brought up the main roster on Raw now.
Yeah.
Too quickly. Not even once on NXT TV, and he's brought up right to Raw right away. But anyways. So Titus O'Neil and Raw Underground. He had to take a break for a bit from Titus Catering. He left Apollo Crews and Ricochet in charge of Titus O'Neil's world-famous garlic mashed potatoes with nice beef gravy over in Titus Catering.
Yeah.
He had Titus O'Neil and Titus Catering had to make sure that looked nice and perfect for Titus O'Neil's world-famous filet mignon in Titus Catering.
His world-famous chicken fries in catering.
As well as the nicely seasoned, very, very buttery corn on the cob.
Yeah.
And his world-famous steamed broccoli.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Brock Lesnar wants some medium-well baked potato and steamed broccoli in catering.
But remember, Brock Lesnar, I don't watch the show, Paul. Why would I watch the show?
He may not be wrong, but he's hungry, and he wants Titus O'Neil to bring him the food he wants, or he's gonna destroy his VIPs. And he's gonna destroy the catering department, so Titus O'Neil has to listen to Brock Lesnar, or else Brock Lesnar would unleash hell in catering.
And Brock likes his steak medium well, by the way, Titus, you know? You better not screw up Brock Lesnar's steak. You do Brock Lesnar's steak, you need a suplex city, and so please, Titus, buddy, don't screw it up, or if you're gonna be on Raw Underground for a bit, Titus, don't have Apollo and Ricochet screw up the filet mignon or the New York strip steak for Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, don't mess up the broccoli, because I'm sure Brock Lesnar wants one.
Don't burn the broccoli, guys. Brock Lesnar tastes burnt broccoli. You know what's next.
Yeah.
And you don't want to know that, Ricochet and Apollo Crews. Believe me.
Anyway.
I just after you don't want to know that whatsoever. You don't want to know that whatsoever, Apollo Crews. Just look at Ricochet at Super Showdown when he fought Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Anyway.
By the way, Super Showdown 2020 Ricochet earned his title shot against Brock Lesnar. Yeah, right.
We're talking about Monday Night Raw right now.
Literally, though it's better than Raw. But moving on, though. We have to move on. But anyways, Raw Underground. Braun Strowman, he tosses Ziggler and Moss around the mat. Who cares? O'Neal then tackles Strowman, and he takes Strowman down on the platform. And this guy was your Universal Champion for 4 months.
I guess Braun Strowman as Universal Champion was not worth it at the end of the day.
Legitimately. And then Braun Strowman then chokes Titus O'Neil out if anyone gave a fuck. Then Braun Strowman did some chokeslam on the platform to Riddick Moss, and then Ziggler and Moss are then double teaming on Braun, and they're taking Braun Strowman down to his knees and taking him down. Taking him down. And this guy was your Universal Champion for 4 months. Just let that sink in. I'm going to remind you guys each and every single week in time.
My God. One of the biggest creative failures of the entire year, for sure. One of the biggest creative failures of the entire year is Braun Strowman. Maybe he's the biggest creative failure of the year.
Just like another creative failure in WWE, Ryback.
Or Jinder Mahal.
Or the Great Khali. Anyways, moving on here. Kevin Owens and Aleister Black.
Speaking of all.
Hold on, guys. Aleister Black, no longer underwear trunks, but long pants trunks. But Vince again, Aleister Black has tattoos on his legs. I can't see that. Kevin Dunn, get Aleister Black long black tights, man. Okay, Vince. I'll do that, man. I don't like Aleister Black's tattoos on his legs either, man. He earlier in the day, he didn't get me the proper woods earlier before the show, man. So, of course, Vince, we'll change Aleister Black's underwear tights and change into long black tights, man.
But yes, Vince McMahon, for over a year and a half, Vince McMahon was okay with Aleister Black showing his leg tattoos on the main roster. Let that sink in.
Like, look at Ruby Riott. She has tattoos on one of her legs. You don't see them covering up her leg.
But Aleister Black, wasn't Aleister Black on the main roster for over a year? And they didn't cover up his tattoos. They didn't cover up his leg.
Yeah.
From April 20th till right now, they didn't cover up his leg tattoos, and they didn't have him wear tights. Yeah,
what other wrestlers they have their tattoos not covered? It's like I don't know, Seth Rollins, or who else there? Like Randy Orton.
Now Vince McMahon,
Ruby Riott.
To cover up now Vince McMahon thinks this is the right time to cover up Aleister Black's leg with tights when he was okay with it for over a year and a half.
Exactly. Like, I understand Aleister Black's now a heel, but my God, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And did you hear one day the report? Did you hear a report say that Vince McMahon felt that Aleister Black was missing something?
Yeah, I read that. It's like he feels limited. That bullshit claim.
Now Aleister Black is missing his trunks. Aleister Black is missing his identity. Aleister Black is missing his entrance, his mystique. And he's missing a fucking eyeball. On Monday Night Raw.
Hopefully they don't change his entrance music in his entrance, but it's like, but it's like, and I understand he's a heel, but don't change his ring attire, for God's sakes.
What's next?
Why did you didn't need to do that? Why did you feel the need to do that? Not necessary, man. Totally unrealistic, if you ask me.
Like, what is next? Aleister Black missing his theme music?
Hope not. That they do that. If they do that, I'm definitely going off on that. And I'm not holding back on that if they fucking do that.
Oh. Like, legitimately, you don't see Ruby Riott tattoos getting covered up.
No, Ruby Riott's tattoos, all of her tattoos. You don't see them covering up Ruby Riott's tattoos.
You don't see them cover up Randy Orton's tattoos.
Nope.
You don't see them cover Bayley's tattoos. Well, actually, she does because she's having a wrist on both of her hands, and she's wearing black. She's wearing tights because she has a tattoo on her leg. But I understand that. But you don't see who else has a tattoo, so you don't see the cover. Ricochet. You don't see the cover of his tattoos. You don't see him in a t-shirt.
Nope.
Or Ricochet, yeah. He has a tattoo on his right chest. You don't see them cover him up in a t-shirt just to see his chest tattoo. You don't see them do that.
Nope. Not at all. Even Cedric Alexander, you don't see them covering up his tattoos. Even Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley.
And R-Truth.
Yeah, and R-Truth too. And Shayna Baszler.
Like we understand Bayley to have to cover up her tattoos, but what is the need to cover up Aleister Black?
And Shayna Baszler.
You don't see them cover up Shayna Baszler's left hand or left arm because she had a tattoo. You don't see her cover up.
Nope, not at all. So why the hell are they covering up Aleister Black's leg tattoos?
Oh, that's right. Aleister Black's tattoos on his leg. They're too extreme. I can have that. Oh, God. What should we do to cover up Aleister Black's legs? Well, I like Aleister Black's tattoos, but tattoos on the leg are not allowed to be shown on the main roster. So, Aleister Black earlier, he gave me the roll type of, he's putting a piece of, wood. And it's how to cover up Aleister Black's leg. Have to wear a black tights with a snake, a logo of a snake, on its black tights. Oh, that's a good option.
Why? Anyways, moving on. So Kevin Owens, Aleister Black. Black attacks Owens from behind before the match even started. Then they go to commercial break. Then they come back from the break. Owens clotheslines Black. Senton by Owens. Owens then lands a few right hands. Then Black sweeps Owens' leg. Black then locks Owens in a leg lock. Then Owens back body drops Black over the top rope, which looked nasty, by the way. Then Black hits his face on the ring steps. Then Black lands a kick. Then Black lands a few strikes, and then Black puts Owens in a knee bar. Owens then eventually gets to the ropes. Then Black stomps on Owens' injured leg. And then Owens surprises Black with a super kick. And then...
Guess what?
Failure retribution.
Know what this means?
Lights flicker. Then the confusion. Aleister Black, like a dummy, distracted. Owens hits the stunner for the 1, 2, 3. Can we get Aleister Black and Kevin Owens off this show, please? Go ahead.
Can we please get Aleister Black already with Paul Heyman?
And Roman Reigns on SmackDown, yeah. And Kevin Owens, get him on SmackDown, put him back with Sami Zayn.
Yeah, put him back with Sami Zayn. Legitimately.
Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens on SmackDown in 2017, Owens and Zayn together at that time. They were so great together at the time, man. Good heels that just love to get under your skin. It was great. With the yup movement stuff. So good. Your thoughts on that?
Honestly, they should be the tag team champions, Owens and Zayn. Back then, also they should have won the tag team championships, as I see it. And now, if they're getting carried up, they shouldn't be winning the SmackDown tag team titles.
Yeah, I like Cesaro and Nakamura as a team, but forget about them. Your SmackDown tag team champs now should be Owens and Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And like I said, Aleister Black and Kevin Owens, can we get them off this show? Because they're doing nothing on this show. Just Aleister Black with Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns on SmackDown. And
the way, Aleister Black and Kevin Owens on Raw last week.
Yeah. Just get them off. Just get them off Raw. Get Black on SmackDown and put him with Heyman and Roman. And then move Owens, like Black, move him to SmackDown and put him with Reigns and Heyman. Then Owens put him on SmackDown, put him back with Sami Zayn.
Yeah. But generally, put Aleister Black with Paul Heyman and Roman in a Paul Heyman stable, and put Aleister Black back with Aleister Black. Put him with Paul Heyman and Roman, and create a Paul Heyman stable on SmackDown and on Monday Night Raw to take over both shows, and get Kevin Owens back with Sami Zayn, and have Owens and Zayn as your SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, legitimately.
Oh, this is Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, rinse and repeat.
Literally. Then we go backstage. McIntyre is standing there, minding his business. And then Keith Lee appears out of nowhere, attacks McIntyre. Pierce then breaks up the fight and tells them both, if they don't stop, there will be no match tonight. Then we go to the Riot Squad versus Lana and Natalya.
Oh, great.
Do I even need to go much over this thing right here? Riot Squad win after a few minutes. And Liv and Ruby hit a double team move on who? And who eats the pin?
Lana.
And why? I know why. 3 letters. AEW.
And 5 letters. RUSEF. Rusev. Or Miro. 4 letters. MIRO. Miro. Is it AEW?
Yep, it's an All Elite Wrestling. And Vince hates AEW. Oh, but according to the Cretan, Vince and Monday Night Raw, they're not afraid of AEW. Says the Cretan.
Oh, they don't care. They don't care about AEW. Motherfucker, they do.
Oh, they're not afraid of AEW. Says the clown.
But look, as much as we hate Lana, she doesn't deserve to get punished just because her husband is in WWE's rival company.
Exactly. Then after this match, after the Riot Squad win, Shayna and Nia then attack Natalya and Lana. Then Jack Simone drops Lana through the announcer table.
Okay.
Maybe Lana's the one that's not re-signing with like the rest of Vote Sweet. Maybe it's Lana. Maybe Lana wants out. Maybe she wants to join her husband in AEW. Maybe it's Lana.
You know what? Well, actually, Lana did sign a new contract back last year, but legitimately, I wonder if she's asking to get released right now. I wonder if she's regretting re-signing and she wants to get released.
Like I know WrestleVote said that someone's not re-signing their contract, though. If Lana re-signed, maybe Lana's having second thoughts on that now. Maybe just Lana's so fed up right now.
Maybe she wants out right now, just as she wants to join her husband. And maybe just so that she can be with her husband.
Maybe she wants out. She wants to be with her husband in All Elite Wrestling.
We don't know. Or
maybe
she just
go ahead.
Start a family with Miro.
Exactly.
Well, legit.
Could be that.
Look, I want to be. As much as I hate Lana, and as much as I want her on the television, she should not be punished like this. She should not be punished just because Rusev has joined AEW. This is petty. This is nothing but pettiness from WWE.
And Vince McMahon.
Someone just because your loved ones are in AEW or on your rival company. You know, this is the start of Lana's burial every single week from this point on.
Yep.
This is the start of Lana's burial every single week. That is for weeks to come on Monday Night Raw.
Even last week on Dynamite, Rusev took shots at Vince. Man, I wonder what Vince thought about that. And then he was like, Kevin Dunn, we got to punish Lana last night on Raw.
Yeah, I think Vince McMahon heard about that, and he's putting the blame on Lana for what Rusev said.
Yep.
Because Lana, Rusev, she's related to Miro.
Yep.
And he's putting the blame on Lana for what happened. In fact, Lana's not to blame. It's Vince McMahon to fucking blame. He's the one who buried Rusev in his career when he got over on his opponent. With Rusev.
Because it wasn't Vince.
Yeah. Or it was
because
Vince McMahon.
because the Rusev idea was not a Vince idea.
Yeah. Yeah. And he buried Rusev at WrestleMania 31, and he took his undefeated streak that he had for over a year when he debuted on the main roster.
Yep. Legitimately. Anyways,
Yes,
we're moving on here, folks. We're moving on here.
Raw
under. Go ahead.
In fact, Vince McMahon is never going to blame himself. He's going to put the blame on anyone else for that something wrong happened. And he's now instead of blaming himself, Vince McMahon, he's now wants to put the blame on Lana for Rusev joining AEW, and he's punished Lana for this. In fact, I guess Vince McMahon punished himself.
Yeah.
In fact, should be punished is Vince McMahon.
Legitimately.
It's Kevin Dunn as well. The other guy who should be punished is Kevin Dunn. Why Rusev is in AEW right now, and why Rusev was released on Black Wednesday with 50 other people.
Exactly.
Not Lana.
Nope. Not Lana at all.
No one in the town deserves to blame. Vince McMahon has no one to blame but himself.
Yep.
What else would Vince McMahon needs to be blamed of? Needs to blame himself, Vince McMahon. What else that Vince McMahon needs to blame himself is the failure of Raw Underground.
Yes. And moving on, folks. Speaking of which, we're gonna move on here. The next thing of this show, the shit show last night, Raw Underground. Strowman beats up Ziggler and Moss at the same time. Then Dabba-Kato gets in the ring. Then Shane holds the two monsters back and says they can fight next week. Oh joy! Oh joy!
Jeez.
Yeah, that'll get people to watch next week.
Jeez.
Fuck out of here.
How many segments did Raw Underground have? How many? How does this make any sense? How does it make any sense? How many segments did Raw Underground have tonight? I lost count. 4 segments? 5 segments? On this show?
Yeah. And now Braun Strowman on Raw and Raw Underground again next week.
My God.
Man, you want people to tune out of Raw next week? That's what you do.
My God. Awful. My God. And this guy was the Universal Champion. He goes
For 4 months on SmackDown, this guy was your Universal Champion. Just let that sink in.
Yeah. He goes from a 4-month reign as Universal Champion, and now he's on Raw Underground for 2 weeks in a row. It's Braun Strowman.
Yep.
My God. Braun Strowman is right there. My man. Braun Strowman is right there with Jinder Mahal for the unemployment line.
Bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. He's right there with a list of people who should be released from their contracts. He and Jinder Mahal are the top 2 who should be fired. And should be released from their contracts.
Yep. Exactly. Moving on, though. Then the main event, Drew McIntyre, Keith Lee. WrestleMania-worthy match given away for free, I see, on Raw, huh?
There was only one logical outcome.
Ridiculous.
That neither man should have lost tonight. Neither man should lose in this match.
The champion McIntyre can't lose clean.
Keith Lee can't lose clean already on Monday Night Raw.
If he would have lost clean to McIntyre, dead.
Yeah. But I say somebody had a brain there. I guess somebody creative had a brain and thought and knew that they put themselves into a corner. Backed themselves into a corner.
Then why even book the match? You wasted our time. Don't even book the match at all. They realized they booked themselves in their corner. You give this away for free last night? You can't do this at WrestleMania. You have to give it away last night because of Monday Night Football. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And this match had some decent spots, and I'm asking myself, why the hell did you give this away last night for free? Why did you? This is WrestleMania worthy, and yet you're scared of Monday Night Football, so you, in desperation mode, you got to put on this match last night. You couldn't do anything else for a main event last night. That wasn't that.
Why couldn't they have R-Truth challenge for the WWE Championship tonight?
Yeah, why do we need to see Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton again? Again. A glass champions. But it's an ambulance match, though, man. I don't care if it's a buried alive match. I don't care if it's a false count anywhere. I don't even care if it's a backlot brawl or a first blood match. I don't care. I don't want to see it again. I don't even care. I don't even care. You can even put Orton McIntyre in this. You can even do Orton versus McIntyre in a stretcher match, and I wouldn't care. And I would not care.
Why is R-Truth in Kit Kat segments? Like, look, he's entertained, but legitimately, they put R-Truth in a serious matter on Monday Night Raw, other than the 24/7 shit with a 24/7 title.
Seriously, this is ridiculous. Why can't we get R-Truth? And he was by the way, he was in a Kit Kat commercial with Morgan last night on Raw, by the way, guys. Hilarious. How do you not love R-Truth? But why is he not challenging for the WWE Championship?
Well, honestly, R-Truth was the second best thing of the show tonight, was R-Truth. Within seconds. He was the second best thing of the show behind the Hurts.
And the SmackDown promo. And yeah. But anyways, man. McIntyre, Keith Lee, given away for free last night on Monday Night Raw. Keith Lee drives Drew McIntyre in the corner. Lee then lands a few strikes. Then McIntyre responds with a few of his own strikes, or with a few strikes of his own. Lee then delivers punches to McIntyre. Then Lee punches McIntyre right in the jaw. Then Lee shoulder blocks McIntyre, sending him right out of the ring. Then they go to commercial break. Yeah, like we want to see a commercial break, and right towards towards the end of the show for the main event.
Yeah, 5 minutes before the show goes off the air.
Good creativity got there on Monday Night Raw, Vince. Good creativity got there on Monday Night Raw, Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn and Bruce Pritchard. Good job there. Not. Unreal. Let me go.
They want to say Monday Night Raw is chaotic without Paul Heyman. They want to say.
Quote, Raw in your face. They even had a just corny, cheesy, hokey catchphrase with Raw last night. In your face, Monday Night Raw, says Michael Cole last night at Raw. Raw, in your face. In your face, Monday Night Raw.
It's actually spit in your face. Spit in your face. In fact, they spit us in the face with the show they gave us last night.
Yep. Legitimately. And they do it every single Monday night. And they continue to do so. So then we come back from the break. McIntyre clotheslines Keith Lee. Then Drew McIntyre tries a belly to belly, but Keith Lee puts it right on the brakes. Then Glasgow kiss from McIntyre. Then Lee hits the turnbuckle. Then McIntyre lands the belly to belly. Flying axe handle by McIntyre. Lee escapes the Future Shock DDT. Spinebuster by McIntyre into combo with the bridge, which looked nice. I do have to give her credit to by McIntyre, man.
Yeah.
I like the spot where he did the Spinebuster, then rolled in the bridge pinning combo. But Lee kicks out.
Okay.
Then Keith Lee fires up and hits Grizzly Magnum. Then McIntyre. Yeah. Then McIntyre. Yeah. They're calling it Grizzly Magnum.
Yeah, the Spirit Bomb.
Why are they calling that? Why they're calling it Grizzly Magnum instead of Spirit Bomb? I have no clue. Or no. Wait. Yeah, I don't think, or something like that. Grizzly Magnum. Yeah. Anyways, but he gets Grizzly Magnum nonetheless. Then McIntyre goes up top. McIntyre kicks out. Then McIntyre goes up the top rope. Lee cuts McIntyre off with a headbutt. Lee then sets up a superplex, but McIntyre tries to fight out of it. Then Lee lands the superplex, but McIntyre kicks out of it. Then McIntyre goes for a Claymore. He misses it. Lee tries to Spirit Bomb, but McIntyre escapes. And then...
You guessed it, folks.
At least 2 or 3 segments on this show last night. Retribution. So they storm to the ring. They surround the ring. and this looked like 16, 20 members of this group just surrounding McIntyre and Keith Lee in that ring on the apron. In the ring.
16 members of Retribution, 16 members.
Even this show and Vince McMahon don't even know how many members they even want in this group. We're seeing 5, 6, 16, 20. What's next? 30, 50, 100?
Can we get Bayley on Monday Night Raw and hit them all with an axe already?
Then go back to SmackDown?
Yeah. Like, you know the axe where she used to destroy the Bayley Buddies where she finally turned heel?
On October last year, yeah.
Yeah. Have her come to Raw, hit every single member of Retribution with an axe right in their face or any bone of their body and take them off of television forever. And then she goes back to SmackDown and acts like nothing happened. And we can all forget about Retribution and everything they exist. And we can forget that they ever exist, Retribution.
Even with Bayley, why would she even want any part of this show? I don't blame her.
If I still want to see Bayley on Raw, I want her to have up Retribution for a one-off appearance with an axe. That's what I want.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Challenge Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship and merge the fucking divisions. That's what I want.
Yeah, because right now, a lot of the women, because right now, like I said, 75% of the women's division on both shows are garbage. A lot of the women there can't wrestle. Not all of them. A lot of them can't wrestle. So merge the divisions, and when you have a lot of good women, then that's when you're allowed to do 2 divisions and 2 titles. Because look who they have now, as far as the women go.
Well, speaking of Retribution, forget about it. Forget about Bayley. Why can't we have Roman Reigns on Monday Night Raw to beat the hell out of Retribution?
For a one-off.
Yeah, he can eat every single member of Retribution like food.
And yet I know there's gonna be a clown. Why Roman Reigns should be the leader of Retribution? What?
Does he even want to be the leader of Retribution? He even himself knows that the group is a fucking failure. He can eat them alive in 5 seconds.
Yeah, even Roman deep down inside his heart knows he wants absolutely nothing to do with Retribution whatsoever. A waste of Roman's time, Roman thinks of Retribution, and who can blame him?
Can we get Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar and we get the Undisputed Era and the Hurt Business combined to beat the shit out of Retribution one day and take them off of television?
That I would love that. I would absolutely love that. So then McIntyre and then Keith Lee then fight back. So Retribution surrounds the ring. They beat down McIntyre and Keith Lee, but McIntyre and Keith Lee fight back to back before being overwhelmed. So, yeah, then the match is a no contest, right move, because neither guy could lose, like you just mentioned a few minutes ago, Adam. And then the Hurt Business walk out on this stage. And then Retribution's numbers seem to have doubled. The MVP and Lashley and Cedric and Benjamin, the Retribution, and the huge brawl breaks out. Then Lee and McIntyre both dive over the top to flip dive over the top rope to flatten everyone out, to take everyone out. Then Lee and McIntyre are the only people left standing. Then Lee and McIntyre then glare at each other. And that was Monday Night Raw, folks. Shit show last night. Even 16-20 members of Retribution, they couldn't even take. It's like 16-20 members of Retribution. You'd think they take down the Hurt Business and Keith Lee McIntyre at the end so easily. Yet they were taken down by guys that were lesser numbers and like group-wise or groupiness-wise than them.
16 members of Retribution against only 4 members of the Hurt Business. And the Hurt Business look like badass.
Yeah, and 60 members of Retribution taken down by 6 people. 6 people.
4 people. Forget about Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre. They were taken down by 4 people. And Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, MVP, and Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, I'm supposed to take Retribution seriously.
Yeah, but we're supposed to care. We're supposed to give it a shot. We're supposed to give Retribution a shot. But it's already a month. It is already a month, and this group is a failure. You might as well unmask them already. Just unmask them already. I will not care.
Yep. This show was terrible last night. Absolutely terrible. Outside of the Hurt Business, R-Truth, and the SmackDown promo. Other than that, this show continues to get worse and worse and worse and worse. You thought last night was bad. Wait next week, especially with Raw Underground with Braun Strowman and Davocado.
My God. This is the first episode of Raw since SummerSlam, right? This is the fourth episode after SummerSlam.
4th, 5th, I've lost count. 4 for 4, 5 for 5 for really bad Raws. I've lost count. And Raw gets worse every Monday. Raw was so bad. Raw was so bad last night, and they gave you no reason to watch Raw next week.
Yeah. In fact, why is if this is the show they were going to produce, why did the show even air?
I wouldn't even be surprised if Vince even booked the show on the fly last night, or Vince wrote up, or Vince tore up a script last night for this show.
As Vince McMahon says, the show must go on. He says, according to Vince McMahon, the show must go on. In fact, if this was the show you're going to give us, then don't book this show at all.
Yep.
I don't fuck if the show must go on. If you're producing garbage after garbage show, then don't air it. And come up with plans on how to make it better.
I want to see one idiot defend this show.
I can book this show while sleeping in a coma for 12 days. Then the people even breathing who are booking the show. Put me in coma for 12 days, dead or alive, and I can book a better show.
Better yet, why do we book the show better than the people who actually write the show currently?
Why? We want to be proven wrong. We want to be proven wrong, and we want to say that we have to give them credit for it. But come on, every single week they're proving us that we are right, as always.
And how could anyone sit here and give this show a pass and say, oh, it wasn't that bad. Oh, it wasn't that bad of a show. They had some decent stuff. They had a somewhat decent build to Clash of Champions for the Raw side. It wasn't that bad of a show. Come on. You're too harsh. You're too harsh on the Monday Night Raw product, man.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Whoever these people want to say this.
I know there's going to be some clown. Oh, you're too harsh on this show. Why do you keep watching? Why don't you just stop watching? You must be new here.
Right to the bench.
Someone saying that? You must be new here.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, don't like it. Don't watch it. Dude, you don't like what I'm saying here. Do not watch me. Go watch someone else who's going to sugarcoat this show and say nothing but positive on this show.
Well, here's the bad. There is the bad, but here's the good. Fuck.
It's like, and guys, it's like, stop defending garbage. Stop defending garbage. Do not defend this show. Like what we saw on Raw last night. Do not even think about defending this show. Do not.
Stop coming in defense of this company. Stop. Coming out and in defense of Vince McMahon.
Oh, but they're making all this money. They don't got to do a thing for you, says the clown.
Well, let's see the ratings for tonight. Let's see the fucking ratings. And if they go down historically, then I'll be laughing at your face.
And imagine the clown saying, oh, but they're not afraid of AEW and they're not afraid of Monday Night Football.
Oh, really? Then let's see the rate. Let's see if they go below 1.5, or they hit a new record low on Monday Night Raw. And I want to see you fucking complain.
Yet the clowns tell us we complain too much.
Oh, really?
Oh, you complain too much. 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 You complain too much all you do is moan and complain. You say it's like, oh, you don't like anything. You don't say one good thing about this show. If you don't like it that much, stop watching it.
If you don't like us, then go watch someone else who's gonna praise this show and say nothing bad about it.
And just drink the Kool-Aid too.
Yeah. Continue sucking the Vince McMahon cock right in his bed. Says, that's me saying that to the WWE clowns and the shills who want to come at us and come at people who are actually smarter than them, because the shills who want to come at me and you and many people who are right about the product, they are the reason why the product is bad. They are the root of the issue.
Oh, but if you don't like the product, quit watching it. Stop the bitching. Don't like the show, don't watch it. Says the clown.
Us, stop following us.
If you don't like what we're saying, don't watch the video. Don't like what we're saying, don't tweet to us.
Don't tweet us, don't come at us, or don't tweet at us.
Stop defending garbage.
Then they want to know why I respect nobody outside of a few people. Then they want to know why I block people, well, just because of what I'm saying.
If anyone defends this show, I have zero respect for them.
I have zero respect to anybody who wants to come at Monday Night Raw's defense.
I want to see one clown defend this show. Seriously.
Oh, really?
I want to see one clown defend this show. I dare someone to say one good thing on this show last night outside of the Hurt Business, R-Truth, and the SmackDown promo.
Yeah.
That's your Raw review, guys. I'm getting the hell out of here. Adam and I are both getting the hell out of here. Enough of us ranting and bitching on this show. We got NXT and AEW and SmackDown this week. We got NXT this week. Finn Balor, who's going to challenge Balor for the NXT title. We got the North American title match. Damian Priest and Timothy Thatcher. And we got AEW Dynamite this Wednesday as well. So with Jon Moxley and Lance Archer should be really good. MJF and stuff, Orange Cassidy, Chris Jericho and Jake Hagar. Should be some really good stuff. Kenny Omega, Adam Page. AEW, NXT, and SmackDown are going to be, they will be like, and you look at them and you look at Raw, my God.
Santana Ortiz against the best friend in a Perky Hole world.
Yep. So much better than Monday Night Raw.
SmackDown, we're getting here. More Sasha Banks is showing up on SmackDown. They actually advertise Sasha Banks showing up on SmackDown.
Yep.
She should come on our next break on SmackDown.
Or have via satellite.
Yeah. Have it be a satellite in her house. Or have her phone, if she's appearing on TV, have her come out on a crutch. Or a neck brace. Or at least both. For one of them.
Yeah.
Don't have her come out on SmackDown as if nothing happened. As if she was done it. Have her come to sell the injury for, which is not only the injury, but have her come on SmackDown selling the injury. If she comes in and acts as if she was not injured, then there's something wrong.
Yeah. Could not agree more with you, Adam. Could not agree more with you. And then we got NXT with Finn Balor and then the North American title match. And then you got AEW, NXT, and SmackDown.
I want to say this. Well,
much better than Monday Night Raw. And yes, SmackDown's not good either. But hell, at least they got something going on.
Well, I want to say this. Well, they already sugarcoated. They thought they would bring it back South America after 2 weeks. An attack like that for Bayley would take, I think, for about a month for Hell in a Cell or it never show up until the Royal Rumble. Why are they bringing her back in 2 weeks? But hopefully it's good.
Yeah, hopefully they have her via satellite, and hopefully they have with at least a neck brace or a crutch, or have at least via satellite. Hopefully they do it good, but we'll see what happens. I'm just praying they do it right, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, man, Raw last night, god awful as always. But I will see you later on the channel sometime this week for the NXT and AEW reviews and the SmackDown review. But that's to look forward to the next time I see you here on the Furious Nation YouTube channel right here on youtube.com. Thank you guys so much for joining my set for me. Thank you guys so much for joining me and Adam here on the Furious Nation channel for the Raw review from last night for Raw, September the 14th of 2020 last night. And next time I see you, it's going to be for the reviews for AEW and NXT, so look out for that. Also, NXT UK returning this Thursday. I'm also reviewing that, but I'm going to review that this Sunday, actually. I'll watch NXT UK this Thursday. Missed NXT UK. Should be a damn good show. And I'm going to be reviewing that Sunday. Yeah. I don't know, though. I heard the UK is not allowing large gatherings, but hopefully well, I don't know.
Hopefully everyone's safe.
Yeah.
Don't forget to follow us on social.
Yes, that too. So next time I see you, I'll be reviewing here on the channel AEW and NXT and AEW, and I'll be reviewing NXT UK. NXT UK this Sunday. Should be a damn good show. Not like a damn good show, but a damn good show. Much better than Monday Night Raw. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So much better than what we saw last night. I'll tell you that. But
yeah, so
anyway,
much
far more better than Monday Night Raw. But anyways, man, that is that. And yeah, don't forget to follow me on. Remember to follow me on Twitter at FioreNick579. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter with that. Don't forget to follow Adam on Twitter as well. And don't forget to follow Adam on Twitter and Instagram and on Facebook. And don't forget to you can add Adam as a friend on Facebook if you like. You can add me as a friend on Facebook if you like. And remember to follow me on Instagram at Nicholas Fiore 2014 over on Instagram. And remember to hit the like button and the subscribe button. And remember to hit that bell for all notifications with the videos coming from this very YouTube channel. I'm Nick Fiore, the creator of the Furious Nation YouTube channel. Thank you guys for joining me this morning and for joining Adam this morning. Thank you guys so much for joining Adam and I this morning for the Raw review, and I will see you next time, folks, for the reviews right in the channel for NXT and AEW. Both should be really good shows on Wednesday. Both shows should be really good on Wednesday, and I'll see you next time right here in the channel for NXT and AEW review and results videos. Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning for the Raw review, and I'll see you later on the channel this week for NXT and AEW. Talk to you guys later.